comments to make it funny, right?
Welcome to the Ben Mallah podcast, where we're going to answer your real estate questions. Tonight, we got Ben Mallah Sr., Ben Mallah Jr., and Aaron Mallah. So make sure you get your Fast Pass or call using the benmallah.com/shop.
Get your Fast Pass.
Yep.
Get off your ass and get your pass.
I should have been
zoom
an announcer.
in right here, and everybody can see who you are. All right? Don't be hiding. Come on out, baby. Get a pass and Fast Pass, and it'll zoom you right in. There's a link in the video description below. Here we are. It's the last one of the year. The last one. We're ending this rotten year. The year was starting off good, but it went down the goddamn toilet. And in the news today, we have Fed raises rate by 0.5 percentage point.
God.
Signals more increase.
You know, did you listen to him today? Did you?
No.
You didn't listen to
They
the whole
didn't
thing?
even tell you what he's going to do. I don't want to hear his non-reasoning behind it. All I know is I ain't happy. I'm very depressed, and I don't sleep at night because I'm now paying out double interest.
So a half a point more. They were doing 0.75. It was 0.75, 0.75, 0.75. Now they're doing a half a point. Does that mean there's some light at the end of this
I
tunnel?
mean, it can't keep
Now they're gonna
raising
start-
it.
now they're
No,
gonna
they
start-
can't keep raising it. They
Okay.
can't keep raising it.
So it's 0.5 now, and then they're
Eventually,
going to
they're
do
going to hit the top and say,
0.25?
okay, we punished you enough.
right.
Now we'll give you a little slack, but it ain't going to come all the way down for a long time either. It ain't going to go down as quick as it went up. Trust me.
That's true. Yeah, that's
We're
true.
gonna be
Oh,
sitting
also,
around
we
for a
forgot
while.
about the super chat, you guys.
Yeah, we're doing
Aaron,
super chat
tell
all
them,
Super
Aaron.
night.
chat, super chat.
So if you guys want your questions right on air, you can just type it in the super chat, and then it'll be answered by one of us on air. So we're doing super chats all
Trump
night.
hits 7-year low in new national poll
Oh,
as Biden approval climbs.
Yeah, well, now they're saying that the polls are like even with Trump and DeSantis.
I don't
Who's going to
want
run?
any of them.
Who's going to
I
run?
met DeSantis now.
But who's going to run?
DeSantis, he was pretty cool. I mean, he
I
seemed
think-
like a normal, regular guy. He didn't have no giant ego. And I mean, I was in a room with him with only about 30 or 40 of us.
Right.
Maybe not even that. We
Is
had
it
a nice
bright in here
dinner.
today?
His
Well,
wife
right.
is very intelligent,
We'll see.
and she's involved, and she likes to watch the money. So, you know, they would be competent. They're definitely young, and I don't think they're really bought, to my knowledge. And I know everybody that buys people, they're not bought. And get these old farts out of here. I'm sorry. I'm too old to be president. Shit. I mean, so anyway, we need fresh and fat, baby.
That's
Fresh
right.
and fat.
And yes, I do got the little beard coming in. Ash Rahman. I got this little tiny beard coming in. Not trying to be like my dad, but you know, I figured I'm 37 years
All I know is
old.
He reminds me of like an intelligent. What's that guy's name on the porn show? Humley.
No, Chumley.
Chumley!
An intelligent
Chumley.
Chumley. Look, I'm 37 years old. I never grew a beard in my life. I didn't even know
Oh,
if I could do
boy.
it. And
You
it's
got
still,
The real
I
estate Chumley.
I got Vincent's problems over here.
Instead of porn and stuff, you're porn and properties. All right. So what are we doing here tonight?
Wait, we
The
had a
last
super
time-
chat. We want to get to these super chats right away because we're telling you, if you
Yeah.
guys come in with, you know, 5, 10, 20 bucks, we'll get them out
We
right
gotta
away.
pay
So
the pro rock
Aaron,
for Christmas.
Aaron, read that super chat real quick.
All right,
That
let's go.
$5
Shout out.
one.
Well, we actually got the first one of the night. Thank you, Gav Salzman, for the first super chat of the night. Are you celebrating Hanukkah?
Yes. I always celebrate Hanukkah. I eat potato pancakes with applesauce and sour cream. And my wife will probably make some matzo ball soup, Mexican style. I mean, she ain't around, is she? But I mean, it's hit and miss with her matzo balls. Sometimes they're really, really soft or they're really, really hard. One year when she first started, I almost broke a window with one of them. I think you played baseball with her matzo balls once. But
That's
anyway,
funny.
she'll make some good chew food. And Aaron will play with his dreidel. You even know
No,
what a
we do.
dreidel
We're
is?
doing the whole thing this year.
Oh, we are.
Oh shit!
We
We're
are
going
doing
to
the
my
whole-
aunt's house, and we got to go
we're
drink the
going to our
wine.
cousin's house.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
cousin,
my
niece.
cousin's house. That's right, not my aunt's.
We got to
this
go
year.
to her house for a whole blown out Hanukkah day.
the whole blown out.
And I got to
Hanukkah.
leave for New York the next day. Anybody want to meet me in New York?
New
I'll
York.
be there.
Guys, I'm
Monday.
telling you, this is the time to meet Ben Mallah and his.
We ain't told them when and where yet. Times
When are
Square.
you guys doing Times
We're gonna
Square?
be Times Square, baby.
Oh,
at
you know you
night.
should do it. You should do
All
it.
right, so
at
be
night.
ready.
in his
They got that
hometown.
news place where you do the news. They got the news.
Yeah,
and
when
you
it's
can
all
see
blocked
people,
off in the cars.
and you can see
And
people
they
in
got
the
like
back.
they had bleachers the last
Yeah,
time I
yeah,
was
yeah.
there.
You
We're
can
gonna
see
do
people
it
in the
up
back.
in
Aaron will
NYC.
notify everybody when to meet me and what time. We'll give you about a day's notice.
Look out for his Instagram,
All right.
and we might do a YouTube story on it. We'll see. But
so come hang out in
look out.
Times Square. What else we got?
No, get those super
Super
chat. That
chats. So shout out
$5 one.
Zach
Anybody out there? I need a tour guide for Paris. All right,
A
The
tourist
annual
paraguide?
destination. My wife gets one vacation a year. During Christmas break, she wants to go to Paris. Okay, monsieur, but they do not like us that much over there, and I do not speak French. But I need a guide. You know, when you go to these countries, you want to be with somebody who knows how to speak the language, know where the hell they're going.
You better brush up on your
and make
French.
your life simple. So, anybody know a good guide in Paris? Please send it to where,
Rafal.
Rafal?
Ask Ben Mallah at benmallah.com.
There you go, baby. All right. What else?
Serious people
Christmas in Paris.
All right, shout out Zach Kennedy. Thank you for the $5. Ben, if you know the rates are going to keep going up, why don't you go ahead and fix them?
Yeah.
But what if
it's
they go
too goddamn
down?
late to fix them?
They might go
I should have
down.
fixed them before they went way up.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, when they started going up a little, I said, oh, shit, I better hurry and fix my rate. You know, why not? But no, I got greedy. I didn't know when the party was over. I didn't know when that fat lady
You
started
kept
singing.
drinking at the party,
And,
now
you know, I don't know. I was
you're
getting too
recovering.
comfortable with those low rates. I didn't fix them. And now I'm sitting here crying the goddamn blues.
Well, I remember you kept telling me my whole life I should have
Played
played.
1 month.
I played it one more
LIBOR.
LIBOR. I played it my whole life. So I'm just gonna fuck it with it. What's the
Well,
difference? I'm gonna
but
play it now.
That rule.
So you're gonna have to play
but
it.
sometimes when the stars align,
Oh shit! Now we're talking
you
about
know,
stars.
and things are just fucking lined up perfectly,
Oh,
you
boy.
got to recognize it. And that was a once in a period of time I've never experienced. And I should have known the party would have been over. I should have said, don't be a greedy fat fuck. Lock everything in at 3% like I could have. And I'd be sitting here paying I would have been paying 1 point more back then.
It'd be like 3.5.
Now I got to
4.
pay like 3 points more.
Right.
All right. So, you know, you take 1 point on 100 million, that is $1 million. You do it by 200 million. That's for every 1 point.
Yeah,
3
for every
points.
point.
That's 3 million every 100. I owe 200 million. That's
6 million.
6 million a year.
Extra.
I'm working for free.
Well, that's 2 points.
I'm working for all the employees.
Really, it's like 2.5.
and I'm working
3
with a bank.
points. So
You
it's
better
really
get your ass working.
6 to 9 if you really, because they just raised rates again.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
All
I'm
right,
sick
all
of
right.
talking about
I
it.
know.
I met with
All
my
right.
stockbroker
All right,
today.
next super chat, Aaron,
All right,
please.
Buy
Shout
my
out
mortgage is
Jeff
down. Something I never
Photog-
did in my life.
Shout out Jeff Photography. Thank you for the super chat. How's the 1031 search going?
All right. Well, I've been searching and searching. And Vincent drove us around South Florida
We got some
yesterday.
prospects.
We went to all over. We're looking at shopping centers. I got deals on the table. I just want to get them at the right price.
That's it.
You got to play the game. So I get in there. I write a low ball offer. The broker says, oh, no. We got bigger offers than that. I relook at it. I write them a little better offer. I'm playing the game every day. I'm looking at about 6 shopping centers right now. I liked that school. You were with me.
Yeah.
My friend in New York that checks the businesses.
Yeah,
He
the
said
school
that
that we
company's
saw.
very strong.
But that was only like what? Less than,
That was a $20 million triple net school, tech school.
it was
It
20.
was the one with all landscaping going on.
Oh, that's right. It was bringing in 1 point. Okay, yeah. You're right.
$20 million deal.
Yeah, it was almost bringing
They're
in
asking
almost
a
2
6,
million.
10, 15 cap.
Bringing in
If I
close
can
to
get
2
that
million.
sucker for 7 cap, it's got 12 years left on the new lease. The school just
That'd
put
be a
10
good
million
one.
into
You
it.
see that place? They're adding money. It'd be good. What's their
And they're
enrollment?
strong.
What's their enrollment?
They bought out the variety.
Yeah, but how much is their enrollment right
Listen,
now?
they're on the stock exchange.
Oh, well then, yeah. Look at
and they're buying up all the other schools. And I forgot the name, Artemis or Artemis,
No.
some shit. But anyway, I'm checking into them. I'm doing my homework. That is a total triple net deal. I may have roof and structures.
No,
check
it's
the roof.
double net,
It's roof and structures. Still
Right.
considered triple net with roof and structure.
which we
right
had
there.
a roof leak in Lowe's today.
Roof leaking Lowe's today. I got a leak on aisle 6.
And
Call
I got
the
a
owner.
warranty,
Warranty,
There you
baby.
go. Warranty. But it's not going to
Listen.
cover it because let me tell you what's going to happen. Okay. Roofs just don't leak. There's no reason. It's next to a rooftop unit, an AC unit. They said it's in the mill area by
All
the
right.
rooftop. So you know what happened? One of the AC guys went up there, okay, and he poked a hole in the roof, and now we're going to have to
Yeah,
pay
he
for
went
it.
up there. He said, I'm going to poke a hole
So
in
what do
your
I do?
roof.
Do I call Lowe's and say,
Fine,
hey,
call the warranty first.
I already
on it.
did, but once they find out that it's a
Well,
hole
then
and they
you'll
charge
deal with
me,
it. Maybe they'll say you're right. We'll take care of it. I don't know.
and if not, do I charge Lowe's?
I don't know. Find out what the roof guy says first. You got chats. I don't want people spending money.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
getting their money.
Get those
All right,
chats.
so shout out Bartolome Bielecki, thank you for the super chat. Hello, guys. Do you own the plane you are using? If yes, do you lease back to cover the expenses?
Okay, I own a plane with 3 other people. So, I got 25% of about 3 planes. That's the situation.
She only got
And
75% of
we
one plane.
We don't lease our plane out. We don't do that, but we might do something. I don't know. It's up to the guy who manages it. We do trading. Like if our plane's down and somebody else's, we need to borrow theirs, or if their plane's down, they borrow ours, and we have some kind of financial arrangement. But
No,
we don't lease our plane.
chartering, nothing
We
like
just split
that.
the expenses, and you pay on what you use. I mean, we all bought into it. If you pay by the hours, if one guy uses 10 hours, he's got to pay 10 hours worth of the maintenance and the pilot and the expenses and the fuel and all that shit. And and it goes by how many hours you use the plane. That's how much it cost you. That's the story in the plane.
All right, shout out Gun Gluten. Thank you for the super chat.
There's one big
Gluten.
problem
I
with
like
sharing.
that picture.
Honestly, I want to tell you one thing about the plane.
Sharing.
There's one thing about sharing is great when it's time to pay the bills. Like the paint needs a paint job. It's about 80 grand.
Yeah. We were talking about
split
the
it
other
4
day.
ways, it's 20
I
grand.
told
apiece.
you, just take it by Earl
The
Shy.
problem is this with sharing. If I own my own plane, right? Who the fuck is that?
That's rough fall.
If I own my own plane, I would save money too a lot of times.
Yeah, because you would take
I
it
could
to
leave
Earl
the plane
Shy.
wherever I'm at. No.
Oh, yeah.
And I ain't got to send it back on a dead leg for the other partners to use.
Right.
So I don't
But
know.
it matters sometimes. We were talking
We'll
about that
see.
sometimes.
Anyway, that's enough of the plane. What do you got?
All right, shout out Gun Gluten. I'm a freight broker, make good money, but times are scary. Should I get a real estate license? Ben Jr. is cool. I'm a daddy special boy too.
I'm a
Freight
daddy
broker.
special boy.
My
I love
friend
being
is
a
in the
daddy
freight
special
broker
boy.
trucking business. He's making a fortune. So I don't know. Freight broker, you need to broker more freight deals if you're a broker.
Get into real estate. I mean,
but
yeah.
get a license.
Why
Ain't gonna
not?
hurt you.
I mean, the money that you're making in freight brokering, you could apply. What do you got? It sitting in a bank right now? Maybe you
talking
can go
about?
out.
He is a freight broker. You know what a freight broker
yes,
is?
I know what a freight
I
broker.
was a freight broker in the United States Army.
Yes, I know what a freight broker is. You have a
broker
friend
in
who's
deals,
a freight
shit
broker,
from
moving
point
stuff
A
for
to
people.
point
Yeah.
B.
You ship stuff like that. I understand.
I'm a broker.
That's what I'm saying. So the money that he's made off of that is he's just got
What
to
do you
sit
mean?
in a
He's
bank.
doing that for a living.
Right,
He
but
makes
he's
good
making money on it.
Now he wants
And
to
he's
get a real
also a
estate
daddy
license
special boy too.
on the side. It ain't gonna hurt you get your license if you have the right personality and you have the drive to do it. Do it. It's only like one course and one test, and it's a license to make money. It's up to you how much you make. What else?
All right, shout out Steven Cronin. Thank you for the super chat. How long before we see rates back in the 4%
I
range?
don't know, but
Listen.
right now they're up in the 6s.
Right.
No, it's probably going to be at least a year. I think.
Okay. If you watch the news today on CNBC or whatever, CNBC or whatever it's called, I forget what it is. But anyway, if you watched it, what was it MSNBC?
Whatever.
Okay, if you watch the news right after the Fed report, they had a chart on there, or a graph, and they were saying 23, 24, 25. And so they're all predicting, not me. The news that I was watching today said that by 2025, we should see a 2% decrease.
All right, so let's just sit here and melt for another 2 years.
That's what they're
else?
saying.
That's what they're saying. You're right. Let's see. Shout out Jeff Photography. Thank you again for the super chat. Is it better to buy a smaller property in cash and wait for rates to come down in next year, or a bigger property with less leverage?
If that's what me and him were discussing today. Okay, we're just discussing that.
It's true.
The point is, yes, we love to borrow money, but if you can afford to and you have the money, all right, if I'm sitting around and if I got some money and I want to invest in it, the best I'm going to get is maybe a 4.6 or 7 or 8 tax-free bond right now. But if I buy my property with the money, I should be able to get a 6, 7, or 8% return.
A 7 cap.
But the point is, right now we're thinking about not borrowing so much money and invest in ourselves. We'll be our own goddamn bank. So anyway, that's what we're thinking about doing because rates are high. If let's say he goes out and he does a refinance and he pulls $5 million out tomorrow, or $1 million, whatever.
Yeah, you
what's
get
he
what?
gonna do? He's gonna put in something making 4 or 5%.
Yeah, the 2 years,
he
4%.
can keep it in his property and just make the money he'd be paying the bank.
Right, but I can make a 7 cap and the property. So why take the money out when I'm making 2 to 3 more % on it?
Be your own bank.
Right.
So right now
If
it
you
makes
can.
sense if you have the money. All right. Or take a low LTV like we're getting ready to do.
I think we got a fast pass person coming in.
Fast pass.
Fast pass. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Remember,
Is he
get
there?
your fast pass at benmallah.com/shop, and you guys can be on video with us here
All
too.
right. He looks like a guy watching a movie the other night.
What's up, guys? How you
What's
doing?
up?
What's your name?
I got my name is Rand. I'm actually calling you from overseas. I'm in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Wanted to say what's up. I know a guy from your area. He knows you guys well. I've been watching your show.
Safriel? You know Safriel wine? They made it in South Africa.
Yeah.
My neighbor, he owns a vineyard there. Safriel wine.
I've heard
Good
of it.
wine. Try it out. Check it out.
Very cool. Very cool.
He
I
invited
will.
me to go to South Africa. And you know why I didn't go?
Huh.
You know why I didn't go?
Why?
Because
COVID.
he said, yeah, come to South Africa. We'll have a great time, you know. And he says, don't worry. As soon as we get off the plane, we'll have security. What? You want me to go on a vacation? I need security? I ain't going. So what's up, South Africa? What's up?
All right. I'm curious if you're looking at any alternative asset classes. Are you diversifying? Are you staying in real
Yes.
estate? Like what's
Only
your
real
thought?
estate.
Outside of
Okay.
real
We're
estate.
diversifying in real estate. We looked at a school the other day. You know, we looking
Okay.
at shopping centers. We're looking at anything
School's
that
cool.
makes sense. He took me to look at a school the other day. I'll look at anything if I feel like the tenant is strong and the return is good.
Okay.
I mean, we would
That's all I
probably
care
look at
about.
industrial right now
I
if it was a
would,
strong
But
tenant.
somebody'd have to explain it to me.
Right.
All right. But anyway, so yeah, we're diversifying.
But it's all real.
All real estate.
yeah.
So
That's it.
And we
all
have
real
to
estate.
because
Okay,
the
good.
1031.
Diamonds. You got diamonds in South Africa.
right.
The 1031 only qualifies
You know,
us
I've-
for lifetime exchanges, which is real estate for
Where
real
are you in,
estate.
Joe?
You gotta
Johannesburg?
flip it into that.
Right.
I am in
So what
Johannesburg.
else?
That's right.
What
Yeah.
else you got?
All right. So
What else?
so the way we're structuring it, it's a friend of mine who brings show horses. She finds the ones that don't really have character traits that aren't as popular in Europe, and there's certain disciplines of the sport that are to practice in the U.S. She finds them like a talent scout. She brings them over to the U.S. To have the inventory in hand is the issue. When you have their horses are like 250,000 euros, like they're expensive horses, and they're the show jumping, the fancy dancy prancy horses. So we put together a model called Equivest, and the structure is what I'm kind of curious about if it resonates with you. So we didn't want to do a fund. We didn't want to do I didn't want to get involved with like securities. So I said, what if we let them buy the asset? Happens all the time. You buy horses at someone else's stable, just like your kids at daycare. The daycare doesn't own your kids. So you buy the horse. It's at her stable. She does a development strategy, trains it, gets it oriented to the American riding style. Owner signs off on it, goes to America to existing network. She's been doing this 25, 30 years, and then sells for about 3 times the price. We leave the asset in the client's name, and also it allows us to invite brokers and help us.
Yes.
So is that
That's right?
Yes.
correct? Is that appealing?
Great
Because the idea is like we don't it's insured asset too. It's insured. So we keep it in your name. We would keep it in the client's name. So they're a client. Instead of taking the money as in a fund, and now we got to touch their funds, and we also got to hold the asset. Now we're dealing in a securities situation. We're providing a service, procurement service. We find these rarefied horses, development service, and a sales agency for 25% on the net profits, only on the upside.
Sounds like you just
Does that
brokered
appeal?
the deal. But
Yeah,
well,
but in a
you're a broker. You're the
in an
middleman.
interesting way.
No, who
Kind
pays
of like
the interest on it? Who pays the insurance? Who pays to keep it up? Who
The
pays
client-
to
the client.
transport
The
it?
feed,
There's fees and
client.
expenses
boarding,
involved.
feed.
I
Yeah,
don't know
the
about
client
horses.
did.
I mean, the only
Oh,
horse
Cal
I know
is
is
I don't
milk.
know.
Ocala's big on horses.
We got a lot of horses out. There's big money in it for big money
Big
people.
money in
I've never
Ocala.
seen anybody
It's like that.
poor in horses. Okay.
No, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's a new asset class. No,
They got a house for
Anything
sale
works.
in Ocala
If you
for
can
horses.
find, if you got a buyer,
1.8
if you can
million.
buy something and resell it or do something to it to resell
Yeah.
it and make money, you're creating
Right.
profit. You're creating equity and profit. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know what to say. I mean, but
Well, the real estate parallel would be like, say I went to you and I was an agent, and I would find a place. I was a contractor. I stepped up in value in between. I let you own it 100% outright. There's a trust factor here, which is kind of unusual. And then we sell it. You get the funds directly to yourself, and I make 25% of the net profits. So it's like it's leaving the asset in the investor's name, which changes the dynamics from a securities point of view, but it also
you're like a co-signer. I mean, not a co-signer.
Kind
You're like
of.
a consignment. A consignment. A
he's a
consignment
manager
broker.
Brad. He's doing
A-
brokering and
a
managing.
little bit.
So where are we? What do you
we're
want to do? What are you going to do? How many horses you got right now?
I'll give you an example. We had 2 horses that are 75,000 euros. One woman already agreed to pay for the travel because she wants it so much. She wants dibs on it. And the selling price already agreed upon is 250,000. So we get different horses all the time.
How much does it cost to bring a
Who bought
horse
the horse? Who
to
paid the
America?
75 euros for the horse?
Oh, he's South African.
75,000 euros for the horse. It
Who
depends
paid-
on the
Who paid?
on the carrying costs.
Who paid the
Who paid-
money?
The client. The client's paying it.
So she bought. She gave you.
The
you
client,
bought
the
it for her.
client.
You did. You bought it for her. Did you buy the horse?
No,
for
no.
her?
So
Talking about fucking horses,
a buddy of mine.
Holy shit!
This is
A buddy
a
of
really-
mine's. A buddy of mine's.
Is there
A buddy
anybody
of mine's
in
buying the
stables?
horse.
How about if you buy stables and you charge people to rent their horse a space? That gotta
There
be
is
good
money.
money. You pay
Absolutely.
them apple,
There
you give
is.
them fucking
There's
hay.
big money
you
in
get
horse
somebody like
stables,
Ben
especially if
Imagine
you.
him with the shit in a stable.
I
Can you
used
do
to
that?
clean stables,
He was a stable. I called Ben,
but it
he'll go in
wasn't
with
for
you.
horses. It was for milking cows,
Oh.
dairy cows.
Vincent cleaned stables once. All right,
Really?
so anyway, where are we going? Are you good?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, we're
I
good. I was just curious
appreciate
what you thought the structure.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah.
we
obviously,
appreciate
if
the
you're making
information on
money
the
on it,
horses,
Keep doing it.
and if it can make
Good.
you money, do it. That's all I can tell you.
Right.
Guys,
Any way
the
you
web.
can make money, do it. Just don't screw
Okay.
nobody over in the process.
No, it's a good deal. It's a good lane. Can I leave a
Do
website?
horses go to glue afterwards?
If they die, they make
No.
dog food and glue. Yes,
Dog food and glue.
And if they break a leg, you got to shoot them right on the spot so they don't suffer. I used to watch. I've seen cops shoot horses in New York City when I was a
Oh,
kid.
because the dog.
What?
I got hit by a car, a
Yeah,
taxi.
the
He shut
horse.
the fucking door on Fifth horse on Fifth
The
Avenue.
horse. Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever, but there's
My
big
God.
money. You look for the right kind, the right train.
But I
and
don't think
whatever.
that horse was 75 grand.
No.
He probably picked him up for about 1,500.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck to you. Thanks for the pass.
All right,
Pat.
Ben.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care.
Horse
just
trading.
You're a horse trader.
No, I'm not a horse
There's-
trader. There's some girl.
You got
that
anything? Because
is
we
big
ain't got
in
all night
horses.
tonight.
Yeah,
No, that's true.
but there's so many ways to make money out here now.
On horses.
All right,
Mallah
shout
Racing
out,
Stables.
shout out, la la la. Thanks, thank you for the super chat. Thank God you got Ben Jr. or one of your kids to share actual knowledge value to us instead of entertainers and time wasters.
Oh, yeah.
Missing Vince and real calls.
Missing Vince. I'm calling Vincent
Well,
right
don't stay in
now.
his hotel if you're missing him so
La la la
goddamn
la
much.
la. Wait, the name is La 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 la.
Well, what's your question, big shot?
There is no question.
There's
She
no
just wanted to
question.
say thank
oh,
you.
yeah, it's great that Ben Jr.
for
is here
letting
because he
have-
knows so fucking much. He's just fucking brilliant. He is. I admit it. You know.
All right, shout out Admiral Piet. Thank you for the super chat. I just interviewed for a property management position.
What?
How
He was
much
just
would they?
talking
How
about
much do
getting
they want
one.
to pay you?
How much?
There's a second round of interviews. What should I do to seal the deal and get hired? Any advice?
Well, I haven't seen your resume, but
Right.
you got to make people feel, okay, if you're going to manage their property, okay, you got to make them feel that
55K, he said, and out at the bottom.
Yeah, told you.
Where is that?
Right
Tennessee?
here in Florida.
Where?
Anyway, the point is this. Listen, if you want to really impress somebody about being a property manager, taking their property, or, you got to make them feel like, listen, real estate
Pennsylvania.
is your life. Okay. You love it. And you're going to do everything you can to ensure that the property is run the best possible way with running it at the best possible budget. Okay. People like budget-minded property managers because if they're thinking about keeping within a budget, that means I used to love it. Well, I actually, before I came to work for this company, I worked for a big shot company and I had managers under me. And every year, and I was one of them. Every year we had to have a budget prepared for the property. And every month, the owner of the company, whoever somebody's job was
to go and
where's
look
it
at
running and where's the budget? And then you keep it in line so you
Variance
get the
reports.
expected profits.
Right.
So make them realize that you're budget conscious and, taking care of your property is a very, very serious job. Okay, because you got people living in them, you got the property, you got to protect the owner's liability, make them feel like you really do care, and also budgeting is very biggest thing because people in real estate want to make money.
Maybe just
So if
tell
they
them.
think you're thinking about making their money and you're worried about spending money, then that's the person they want for the job.
Right. You can
Okay.
save. You feel like you can
You
come
save
in
somebody
and
money,
save
they're
money.
gonna love you.
You feel like you can do things more cost effective.
I like you tell them, I can tell them you get personal satisfaction, even though it's not your money, to show where you can increase the profits of a property.
There it is.
It makes you feel like you've accomplished something because you can now show a property making more money, and you have to, that's, I feel that way. When
Yeah,
I make more
absolutely.
money on a property, I feel like I accomplished something.
I mean, when I go to hire people and talk to them, if they're talking about they're going to save money, and that's the person I want on the team.
There you go.
But experience is key too. But if you don't have that,
Oh,
then
you know who's looking for a job?
Who?
That person you said that works for Biden that got busted stealing luggage.
I don't remember his
She's
name.
looking for a job. Or he, whatever.
Ben, what was his
I don't
name?
know. The point is, they got
Sam
busted
Brenton.
selling luggage.
Yeah, Sam Brenton.
You got anybody there you got to talk to?
It
I
was
don't
an
wanna miss people. We
advisor.
always do
Yeah.
that.
But anyway, it was an advisor to the president, and he's out there stealing luggage in
Did he get
in Las
arrested?
Vegas.
Wow.
No, they're looking for him. They got a warrant out for his arrest.
Are you
And he's
serious?
I don't know what the latest is, but that was the other day. You know, he's
And the FTX guy sitting in Bohemian jail. No bail, man, for you.
Ha!
No
He's
bail for
trying to
you,
slip
man.
him bitcoins.
Until you tell us where the billions are, man.
Where's the
Then
bitcoins?
we'll
at,
help
man?
you out with the U.S. But you're in the Bahamas, man. As soon as I knew he was in the Bahamas, I knew the shit was screwed up.
Yeah.
All right, what else, Aaron?
All right. Shout out Gun Glue and thank you again for the super chat. Amelia Island is Florida's best kept secret.
Amelia Island.
Amelia
Where's that
Island's
at?
a very small, beautiful place.
See, it's a secret. I don't even
People
know.
like you don't go to Amelia Island.
Oh, but
okay?
Gun Gluten does.
I
He
don't-
said he had a
I don't think they
rich
let.
dad.
I don't think they let RVs in
I think
Amelia
he said
Island.
he had a rich dad too.
Okay, Amelia Island doesn't let RVs in.
Where is that?
Where
So you ain't going there.
Where is it?
Now you take one
How many
RV.
miles did you just drive in an RV on a
You take-
vacation?
it
How
was-
many miles? Tell us
First
the
of
truth.
all, it's not
Just tell us how many miles.
2,400. It wasn't.
2,400 miles in a fucking RV.
No, it was a Class A
Yeah.
mobile home. Okay, Class A.
How many pop outs?
It was a 4 pop outs, 4 luxurious
Oh, I check
pop outs, all electronic,
Oh, my
controlled the whole thing
I
from
hate
my
those
phone.
things now, especially
Okay.
when you put me through
Put the thing
Georgia.
on auto cruise. It was
much time
steering
we got?
itself. It
All
was
right, what do you
driving
got?
itself.
All right, shout out Rebuilding. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, when you received your first bad deal and saw a loss to your portfolio,
When
what
was
did
that?
you do to overcome it? When starting out, do you recommend cash out, refinance straight away, or work and save?
When you received your first bad, I never really had a bad deal. It didn't turn good
kind of
eventually. I mean, I've had some deals that weren't as great as I wanted them to be, but you got to always manage your portfolio. I'm constantly managing. All right, how's this property doing there? Oh, shit, that thing's going to need a new roof in 2 years. We better get rid of it. All right, interest rates are up. This one don't cash flow as good as it used to. Let's get rid of it. I mean, you got to constantly balance your portfolio. And when you constantly balance it, you really don't get crushed. But what was his question?
He's just
Loss.
basically saying, what did you do to overcome it?
I mean, you
How
got to
did you
just
get out
keep
of it?
moving assets. You got to keep the good and get rid of bad. Sometimes you got to get rid of the good to get your hands on a bunch of money when the time is right. I mean, it's constantly moving and making moves. Refinancing was a great thing that we did for a long time while interest rates were low. But now it doesn't really pay at today's interest rates versus today's cap rates. So it's a different time we're in now. So I don't recommend people cashing out unless you know damn well that money you're taking that you're going to cash out in is going to far exceed the money you're going to pay the bank. Now, if you know damn well you're going to double your money,
Like
or
you're
you
going to go
find some
buy another
fixer-upper,
deal.
or you got something you
Right.
know is going to make you big money, then borrow the money at any fucking rate. I used to pay 10% when I was his age. All right, well, younger. What else?
Next.
All right, shout out Marsto. Thank you for the super chat. I'm 20 years old and been in accounting for 3 years. I've got a
Started
job
accounting
working
at
at
17.
working at
I'm
large
reading.
company and enjoy the work, but hate being an employee. What do I do?
I missed the whole fucking thing because of
Every
you.
year. He's 20 years
Okay.
old. He's been an accountant since he was 17. He must be a
Good.
smart kid.
Smart guy.
I've got a job working at a large company and enjoy the work, but hate being an employee. What do I do? You don't want to be an employee, then
You should have been an accountant.
You got to start somewhere. I mean, accountant is good because you know numbers, but listen, you're going to be somebody's employee if you're only 20 years old,
Right.
unless you got money to invest and buy something of your own. I mean, you got to pay your dues. I was an employee. How many years you been an employee? You're still
I'm
an
still an
employee.
employee.
But before you became
Before
a
I
partner,
became a
you
partner,
were still putting in over 10 years
10,
or more.
12 years, something
You got
like
to
that.
pay your dues, learn the business.
Keep getting shorter
Maybe you'll
every
open up
time
your
you
own
say it.
accounting firm one day. This big need for accounting. Believe me, I know somebody's dying for an accountant. Go to Ben Mallah, ask Ben Mallah, send your information to little Ben, and he'll talk to you and review it. But,
Send
you're
your
still going to
resume
be an employee.
Ben at benmallah.com.
All right, you're going to be his employee, and I don't know if you're going to like that
You ain't gonna like
because he just cut down on the lunch every day.
it. Oh, why
budget.
you got to put it out there on the podcast? You know how many employees are watching? Don't tell
What
everybody.
else?
We still got the lunch, you guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All right, thank you, Turtle Jones, for the super
So
chat.
now you make your own goddamn sandwiches.
No, now we're
and
buying.
stop having them made already by somebody else.
Now we're just gonna go
Pack
to
of bologna,
Publix.
loaf of
Yes,
bread,
that's what we're doing.
and
now.
a jar of mayo or mustard.
And we're gonna buy one of those the lasagnas that you pop in the oven.
There you go. You grew up on that shit.
Put that motherfucker in right when we get there in the morning, and we got lasagna for lunch.
All
All
right.
right, Ben, any advice on buying foreclosures?
Ask Vincent.
Ask Vincent. I mean, listen, you're gonna see them popping up, and they're great. And Vincent, he's into it. And but the problem is, you got to find one that you can buy at the right price. Okay, and you got to just go after it. You got to check every day the county, and you got to have the cash, baby. You can't fool around when it comes to foreclosure. You got to have I think it's a 5% or something deposit already established before you bid, and then if you win the bid, you got to come up with all that money in like 24 hours. So you got to have money to do that, or somebody with big money backing you up. What else?
Shout out Rudy R. Thank you for the super chat. Hi Ben, I have 3,500 acres of land worth about 58 million in Los Cabos, Mexico.
Carla,
It's
Land's
near,
worth that
it's
much
near
in Mexico?
Cabo
Carla!
Pulmo Point.
come here.
I need to raise.
Come here.
Where's Cabo, Mexico?
Hi, I has 3,500 acres of land worth about 58 million. Yeah, right, Mexico. I could buy the whole country for
pesos.
58 million.
I said
In Los Cabos. That's where all the rich people
Sorry.
tell me to go.
that was funny.
Mexico near Cabo Pulmo. Point is, I need to raise capital. I want to sell. I don't understand. You want to sell? Why do you need to raise capital? Sell it. If you can't finance it because it's just land, I mean, sell it then. Sell
Portion
a piece
off
of
of-
it.
yeah,
Why
portion
would you
it.
not sell part of it? Carl will buy an acre for you.
An acre. We need about 10.
Nah, I don't want
Wait,
to.
at that
I heard
price-
Cabo is like the place where all the big shots tell me to
Let's
go.
see.
It's like they have their own little world there. But I mean, chop it up, baby. Chop it up like tacos. and
That's only
sell it off.
16,000 an acre.
58 million.
16,000 an acre.
Carl, I'm buying your land in Cabo,
No, that one, no.
and you can speak all the Spanish you want.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever it is, you chop
16
off.
grand an acre.
Well, chop off 58 million. Chop off 10 million. Stop off 15 million. Put it out there.
Whack
You
it.
know. See if the go. What I would do is this.
Then we can make money too.
I
You're
would
gonna open a
find.
store.
From what I heard about Cabo, I think I'm talking about the
Oh,
right
a
place.
resort.
I
thought you
would
said a
go
store.
and
A
find
resort.
the developers, the most recent developers there, find out who they are, and offer a piece to them and see if they want to develop some more. That's what I would do. And then you could develop some yourself, sell off a piece to them, whatever. But, listen, I don't know about getting a loan on something like that in Mexico. I don't know. It depends on you, but sell off a piece of it, and then there's your capital. All right. What else?
Caller.
Right.
We have a caller.
We have a caller. No picture, but we have a caller. Hi, Melissa.
Who, down there?
Hey,
She
Melissa.
Hi,
doesn't want to see you. She doesn't
Hello.
want you to
Hello.
see her.
Hello.
can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. So I'm a mom, I'm a graphic designer, and I do web development and design as well. I'm new to investing as well.
Okay.
And I'm in this current environment with crazy inflation and everything going crazy. How would you invest properly to make a decent income savings with, I don't know, say 200K?
I mean, you're going to get a loan too?
Possibly, if
Well,
needed.
The point is this: right now is a very dangerous time to be in real estate. Okay, it requires a lot of effort. Okay, and let me tell you, real estate only breaks down to two things: finding a deal and having the money to get through the deal. Okay, finding the deal is the key to real estate. Do you have the time, or do you know people that can help you to go out, find a house or something to fix up, find a small, I don't know, it sounds like you're in the range of 2 to 4 units. I mean, do you have an agent that you're working with?
I do. I
All
do.
right, well, tell the agent in your area to draw a circle on a map and tell them, listen, show me every four unit, 3 unit, and 2 unit property in that circle. And then you have to learn the market, and you have to decide, which are good, which are bad, which are overpriced. The ones that are overpriced, you can make the agent to lowball the offer. You got to work the numbers. You got to see what kind of rents are coming in, how much it's going to cost you for your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance. and any other expenses that may incur. I mean, it's work. It's work. And if you have a good agent, that will help you, because then they can help you weed out all the really bad ones. But that's the way it works. You got to find a deal.
So, sorry, to invest basically all in real estate, but would you put it all down or get the loan?
I mean, well, I don't know, 200 grand. I don't know where you're at and what's available for 200 grand.
Say
but
200 to 400.
I would never put all my eggs in one basket in
Yeah.
anything.
I'm thinking the same thing.
And when it comes to real estate, even with the rates being where they're at today, you have to factor that into the equation. My practice was always to put as little as money in a deal as possible. I'd rather use the bank's money. As long as the numbers work and everybody gets paid, I want to have as little money as my own in there. And then eventually I want none of my own money in there. And then eventually, I want to have more than, take profit out of the place. So, you want to get a loan for as much as you can and have as little money. You always want to have as much money in your back pocket for strength, because that's going to help you get the loan. The banks want to loan money and people have money. So, keep as much in your pocket as you can. Typically, a deal like that, if you're not going to live in it, it's going to be about 20% down. So, whatever you buy, if you buy something for 500,000, you need to throw 100 grand down on it. All right.
So for something in Illinois, would you do like two to four units or just one?
Illinois is a very large state. You got Illinois is a very diverse state too.
Towards St. Louis. Towards St. Louis.
St. Louis. I'm
we
not
don't know the
familiar with
area.
it, but I know Chicago. Anyway,
Stay
the point
away.
is, you got to see and learn your market. See what's in your market. First, get the list from the agent and say, show me everything around my circle that I'm comfortable traveling to or investing in, whether it's a 20-mile radius, a 30-mile radius, and show me all the income properties, small residential, that are on the market right now. And then you sit down and do your homework.
One of the write-in people said, maybe you go get a 1 to a 4-plex, get an FHA loan or something.
But I don't think she wants to live in it. You don't want to live in it. You own your own home already, right?
I'm currently own 2 houses. I have a mortgage on one.
Very good. So you're living in one of the houses, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, then you look at our income property, it's going to be about 20% down. So for every 100 grand, you're going to need 20 grand. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, 20 grand down?
Wait, no, I'm sorry.
100.
Didn't somebody give you that? One of your fans, or no, you bought that?
I don't know. Maybe I thought you gave it to me.
No,
All
you
right.
did.
Well,
You bought
that's
it.
what you got to do.
It's
You
like
got
I
to get
thought
an
one coming from a
agent
fan.
and find a deal. That's what you got to do. Find a deal. Something and you better sit down and calculate all the money coming in. Maybe you'll find something you can raise the rents down the road. Maybe put some lipstick on it. You already own a couple of houses, so you're familiar. And just find an agent to get out there to show you what's in the market. Learn the market. Okay.
Last part is would you do 2 units or just one? Like, would you do?
I would do anything I could find some fat on the bone. Okay. Anything that I think that's I'm buying at a discount, or anything that I feel I can improve to be worth more money. I don't care if it's a house. I don't care if it's a duplex, a triplex, a fourplex. It doesn't matter. As long as I feel really, really strong that there's some upside, or I'm buying it at a discount. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what you buy, as long as you make money on it.
Is there a secondary option besides real estate that you would invest in?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, right now you can get maybe up to 5% tax-free muni bonds, but I don't like running no businesses. I can't think of any other investments except maybe tax-free muni bonds right now. If you want to park it somewhere safe and collect some modest return on it. But in real estate, you want to find something you can improve so you can get some equity in it. All right. Well, good luck to you. Take care.
All right, next super chat.
All right, shout out Simon Smith. Thank you for the super chat. To get access to the MLS is the only way to get a real estate license, or can you just buy an MLS subscription another way?
I believe you have to be a licensed real estate agent to join the multiple listing service. Okay, but a lot of brokers put the stuff out there too.
So I'm just telling you,
website.
There's companies out there, like other websites that you can subscribe to, that they say that they update hourly. So, to the MLS.
But if you want to be in the real MLS, to my knowledge,
an agent,
here, you got to be a real estate agent to join the multiple listing service.
Or have a friend
the local one, or anyone.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Do it. Get the license. and get on the MLS
Next super
and
chat.
find a buyer for my Willowdale house. Boy, I missed the market on that damn thing. I tell you, I had bad luck. This is the worst year I ever had, I think. No, the worst year was when you were in Texas and that place 1,000 units.
2008, 9. You think that was a bad year?
Yeah, but the problem was when things went really bad, gave us opportunity to
Right.
buy in. That's the thing. Actually, something bad happening right now
Might be,
would be
good,
good
for the
for
next
us.
couple of years.
What else, Aaron?
Shout out Keith. Thank you for the super chat. Do you think you should stick with multifamily when you are starting out in real estate investing, or should you try to start with triple net properties?
So triple net properties don't have the growth that apartments do, multifamily do. I mean, triple nets are pretty much a, stable investment source.
More
So,
experienced person.
I think anybody can learn how to do it, if you put your time and effort into it. But I believe that you're going to get more growth off of multifamily houses, things like that, things that you can move quickly, unless you're buying triple net that have vacant space. So if you find a triple net that has a vacant space and then you immediately fill it up because you knew you had a
If
tenant,
you're just starting out, start off with a small apartment.
I would.
Because you can always rent them, and you never know. You might be really good at it. You might be somewhere where you might be able to grow very easily, like we did. When we first started out, we started multifamily. So that's what I would suggest you do. And if you're renting somewhere, buy an owner-occupied property that's generating money so you can live for free at least. All right. What else, Aaron? What
What
doing?
happened? He
I
cut
cut
himself?
myself, man.
Holy shit.
We
Nobody's
don't-
bleeding
Get away
around
from
We
here.
me.
don't have an
That's your
actual
son's
desk.
blood.
We don't have a desk. We got this weird
You
table,
probably
and I just
popped a
cut
pimple.
myself.
Who are you lying to?
No, I just sliced my foot on this
Are you
weird
serious? You need a
table.
Band-Aid?
No,
Medical attention.
Carla,
I'm good.
get him
I'm
a
good.
Band-Aid.
I'm fine.
Holy
Uh,
mackerel.
Don't mess up the carpet.
I know.
better not get no blood on my carpet.
It's not bleeding that much.
Where's it bleeding at?
It's just my foot. I'm
Your
good.
foot.
On the
Good.
carpet.
I got it. I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Shit, they bleeding. That,
Shout out Daniel Gray. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, I only have 30K saved up, but got offered 337.5K for my cell tower lease. Should I 1031 it or just eat the tax and stack the money? I'm closing in March.
Listen, you got offered 337.5. That's a lot of money. I don't know. How much did you pay for the cell tower? And how much is the lease generating you every month? Maybe you want to get me on the phone. We can talk in detail, but I need to know the factors. So go to benmallah.com/consult-ben because you don't want to give up. I mean, you got a lot. 337 is a lot of money, but I got to know how much did you pay? How much is your return right now? And I think you can 1031 it if it comes with some sort of title to the land it's on.
It's a lease.
It's a lease. I don't know. There is leases that can be 1031 or something. I don't know.
Right. You can
We have to talk to an accountant about that one. I have to do some homework for you on that one. But I can't just tell you right now what to do until I know all the factors.
Right.
Okay. But 337 sounds like if you only got 30,000 saved and you got 10 times that or 11 times in a sale, sounds like it's going to make a major difference in your life. All right. But I need to know some more details. But 337 is a lot of dough. All right. And speaking of cell towers, where the hell are our cell towers?
Oh my God! Why did you
promised
talk?
me a year ago at John's Pass? Oh, I'm gonna make $5,000 more a month for you at John's Pass. Where's the money?
I'm never telling you anything again until I get you a check.
But where
Never.
are they at? Did he ever sign
The shit.
anything?
No, I
agreeing
mean
to
the
it?
guy. Okay, you know what the problem was? Is every time they gave me a lease, I pushed it back, and then they said, "Okay, we'll go back to legal." And then they go back, and they didn't make the fucking changes to the lease,
Well, follow
and so they
up
tried
on
to do it again, and
Well,
then they
that's the
went
problem.
back to
You push
legal.
people too much.
Yeah,
You
I
wanna be
push
a big
people.
bully,
Oh,
pushing everybody
I tell you
around
what, when the
with
cell
your big
tower,
belly.
when the cell tower falls on one of your parking lot people
It
because
sure
they didn't
is.
install it correctly, and they say that you're responsible on the lease, then
Do
I
they
guess
have
what?
insurance for their cell tower?
No.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
All right, next super chat. What do you got?
It was owner's responsibility. Everything was owner's responsibility. I wasn't dealing with it. I wasn't going to have it.
Is it covered under our insurance? So hurricanes and all that shit? Talk to the agent.
Yeah, but then we'd have to add it under equipment and fixtures.
So
and
we
all
charge them the cost of the insurance.
that. It doesn't work like that.
Anyway,
They're giving you a fixed rate.
all right. Everybody else got cell towers but us.
All right. Well, I'm working on it.
Talk to the
Jesus
lawyer.
Christ.
What else you got, Aaron?
Trying here.
All right.
No more cell tower questions. I mean it.
La, thank you for the super chat. Again, less people calling in because ain't no one comfy being on Zoom.
You're not a
Zoom.
reedy
Why
bunch.
not? You know, Come on in, baby.
La
Be
la
part
la
of it.
la la la
Join
la.
in.
Again. All right, next one.
All right.
He's willing to show his face. Anybody should be able to.
Thank you, Bielecki, for another super chat. I watch you guys from beginning of the pandemic. You, Ben, and entire family and friends are great. Awesome. You are always yourself. Greetings from Polak from New Jersey.
Greetings from Polak from New Jersey.
From a Polak.
It's
Hey,
actually
it's a fellow Polak in
you
Jersey.
butchered his name.
What?
It's
Say
actually
it.
Bartolome Bieletsky.
Bartolome
Bartolome
Bielecki.
There's no
Bielecki.
S. How would I know?
Bielecki, not ski. There's no
Bielecki.
S in there.
It's the CKI is ski.
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 CKI.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
All right, shout out Turtle Jones. Thank you again for super chat. Can you speak to keeping reserves and leverage? Do you keep 100K for every 500K you spend? How to protect yourself? I need the balls to buy if deal makes sense.
Can you speak on reserves and
Reserves.
leverage?
Reserves. All right. Do you keep reserves? How much do we pay out? And you never answered the question. What was our total property tax bill for this year that you just paid?
I sent you a freaking spreadsheet.
I don't want to hear. I want the big fucking number so I can stay up at night thinking about that.
like
How
it was
much?
like $3 million.
That's it. Bullshit.
I'll pull the fucking spreadsheet up.
20
Keep
something
going.
properties.
All right, but yes, we do keep reserves.
We keep reserves.
Yes, we keep reserves for insurance, taxes, and in case some shit happens. That's our reserves. Those are the three categories.
You should always have money to protect yourself, okay? I don't know about 100 grand every 500. That's a little too much.
That's too much.
That's 20%. Come on,
Yeah, no,
stop.
you don't need 20% reserves.
All right, but you know, like you said,
and invest in multifamily. I think
And-
the thing is $450 a year per unit. That's what you should keep in reserves.
$450 per year
Per unit.
That's for maintenance only, I think.
Yeah, for maintenance reserves
All right. So
per
listen,
unit.
and if you need the balls to buy a deal,
What
then
else
get
is
some
there?
balls. All right. You don't need balls. You need to just put forth the effort. And
You
when
just
a
gotta
deal
feel
makes
confident
sense,
in yourself
you do
doing
it. But it's got, as long as the numbers work. Real estate is not a magic show. It's numbers. The numbers work or they don't work.
Yes, I do get all the flack. Jay, thank you
What
for
else you got,
recognizing
Aaron?
that.
All right, shout out Jose. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out Jay. Thank you for the super chat. $50. We
All
appreciate
right.
that.
I'm new to Tampa. Just moved here. I'll
Hey,
read
he
it
just
for
said Ben
15
Jr.
bucks.
gets all the flack. I like this guy.
All right. I'll let you read it, Aaron. Go ahead.
All right, I'm new to Tampa, just moved here, and I'm looking for a place for me and my 3 dogs. I was wondering if Vincent might have a vacancy at one of those places he bought on the Pinellas Trail. If not, any advice on finding a rental that will allow my animals?
Well, number one, I don't think he has any vacancy.
No, he doesn't.
And
Thank you.
let's see. You're new in Tampa.
They're all rentals.
I'll
Let me tell you right now, all
dogs you
rentals
get in your
allow
house,
dogs.
Not 3.
Yes, they do.
Our leases did not permit people to have that many dogs in them.
You can get a note from the
note?
doctor.
For 3,
Yes.
one service animal.
You
They're
can
not
get a
going
note.
to give you a permission
They
for
give
3.
you a note. You go online,
Huh?
you get a fucking
Did your
note.
lease not permit
You
3
get a note.
dogs?
My lease permitted up to 2 or 3 dogs, I think. 2 or 3. Now,
Anyway,
and then,
you
but
just
my
gotta
leases
find a
were small
pet-friendly
dogs.
place.
You talking about big ass, dogs, or are we talking tiny dogs?
I know. You probably got Rottweilers. or
Big old
something, or
Rottweilers.
Great Danes.
Listen,
I
you
don't
can
know.
go and find apartments now. I mean, houses. You can go find houses now. You got to get on, honestly, Facebook Marketplace. I hate to tell you, they got a lot of rentals on there for houses. Facebook Marketplace. I wouldn't say Craigslist anymore. It's
Why
not
not?
like that. But actually, apartments.com and For Rent Magazine have a single home also option on there. So look on there. Trulia, Hot Pads. All these websites online are people use them. So I would definitely get on those websites and look for a house. And they'll say pet friendly.
Do a search.
Yeah, people like
pet-friendly
it.
Places for rent in the
But
Tampa area.
in Pinellas,
I mean, but Tampa,
you're
even,
gonna be paying.
whatever.
You're gonna be paying.
Just
It's
check the
expensive
whole area.
right now.
Check the Pinellas side. Check the
If you
Tampa
try
side.
Craigslist, it seems hit or miss. Yeah, don't do Craigslist.
I
Try
mean,
Facebook Marketplace.
Go on GoSection8.com.
Hot Pads, truly.
Tell me you got Section 8, but you can afford the rent.
That's true. They might like that even more.
And I think tax credit housing, affordable tax credit housing allowed pets, didn't they?
Yeah.
Look at some affordable housing.
Depending on your income.
You can go to Florida Housing Finance Corporation
Mhm.
and look up all the properties, like stuff we used to own.
Every
I'm telling you
property.
about stuff we owned. The prices were half of what the regular market rent was, and they were beautiful places.
Yep.
Okay, so you may have to go to one of those places and get on a waiting list if they're too full, or you might find something that, I don't know, maybe you got an opening for you.
Docs for 3 peacocks. There was a lady that had a pig. She tried to push it by me once
I got to work
with the doctor's note. She had a pig and she wanted to bring it in. She got the doctor's note and everything with the damn pig. I just told her we don't keep livestock. That's considered a livestock animal. It's like not allowed. It's not domesticated. It wasn't a domestic. Anyway,
some pigs can't be domesticated.
Yes, I still got the Corvette. What else? What else, Aaron?
All right, shout out Witcher. Anyways,
we're going racing too on Thursday.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Would you recommend CRE before buying first home?
CRE? What is CRE? Commercial real estate investment. No, that's an
commercial
real estate.
All right. Okay. Before buying your first home, listen. I keep telling everybody,
FHA.
You can do both. Okay, have your cake and eat it too. Buy a property that you can live in and also generates income. All right, a fourplex. You only got to stay there a year, then you can move out if you want and rent the goddamn thing out. All right.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, so I would definitely buy something that's going to eliminate my cost of living. That would be my first step in real estate. Eliminate your cost of living and generate income.
Do the same one. Next super chat, Mr. Aaron. Hey, but we are going going to Sebring
racing.
If anybody else wants to go, they can sign up at Performance Driving Group. Sign
Friday
up
at Sebring Raceway.
Friday at Sebring Raceway.
He'll be
sign
out
up.
there. He'll be in his Corvette.
Bring your own car.
His mommy's letting him borrow the Ferrari. They're sitting there renting a car because nobody wants to trust him with their car.
That is not true.
And his Charger is too broken down to take. They'll be racing at Sebring on Friday. So come hang out with them. Even the Pollock will be there.
That's it.
What else?
All right, shout out.
You can take any car you want on the track.
Any car you want.
Any car you want.
Anything you want. You can bring I was going to say a Miata, but yeah, there's a lot of Miatas out there.
You can bring a Tesla out there.
You can bring a Pinto, a Ford
Tesla
Pinto.
Make it around the track?
There's Teslas out there. There's no superchargers, so don't bring your Tesla unless you're ready to go home after the first 2 or 3 laps. You take a lot of power going around that track.
So I second even make it around the track.
No, they can go around the track if 2 sessions, and then they got to go
fast charge, quick charge.
Yeah, but they don't have one at this.
Have we gotten any money from quick charging money yet? No. All right, what else?
All right, shout out.
But we're supposed to receive a check for like $1,000. Supposed to. I need to follow up on that.
Shout out Pay Styles. Thank you for the super chat. Hi Ben, how's your mom? I miss her. She's dynamic as you.
No, listen, I had to talk to her the other day. Little Ben's now on her shit list and has no communication with her. Only Paulie talks to her. So now Paulie made me tell. I'm going to New York, so fine. I'm going to go visit her, and Rafal's coming too. But I don't know. I can't go there and fight with her because if I fight with her, it might get out of hand, and I don't want to get in trouble. So stay tuned. There's going to be a video of me visiting my mother in New York.
There you go.
We're going to New York.
I'm going to go there. I'm going to put Carla in there, and I'm going to run away. Make her get stuck watching her. No, we'll see what happens.
We got to call her.
Shit Ben did to her.
I didn't do shit to her.
Oh, you stole this. You stole that.
I didn't steal shit.
He's got plenty of money. He's going to steal from her.
I gave that lady hundreds of thousands of dollars.
All right, what do we got? Somebody up there?
What's going on, guys? Steve.
What's going on? What's up?
Not much, man. I got 20 years in the paving asphalt business. Didn't know if you needed a good parking lot guy.
Please tell me you're in Florida.
I am in Florida, born and raised in Plant City. I was born in Tampa, actually.
Hey, I like Plant City.
Listen, the biggest problem we got right now is, we got into retail, but we didn't consider how much it fucking costs to redo the parking lots. And it's all right.
Yeah, I bet.
So you need to go to Ben Mallah, ask Ben at benmallah.com, give us your contact. You got the ability to do the job yourself?
Yes, sir. I've got 20 years in it. I spent 14 years.
Of course, he knows
what's that.
We've been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah,
normally,
20 years.
Ask you questions, not the other way around.
Normally,
that's okay.
Lock it out. With what do you call it?
The slurry coat.
Yeah. So you put down something cheaper than that.
Seal coat.
Seal coat.
Seal coat.
Slurry
yes,
coat.
sir.
Now,
yes.
Or, it costs a fortune to dig it out and put in new asphalt. Well,
right.
Don't they have a real good slurry coat you can use to fill the alligator cracks?
Not in Florida.
Yeah, they make a fibered stuff that you can smear into the gator cracked areas, and then you seal coat over top of that.
All right. Well, so what did you call in for? But we need to get a hold of you, okay?
Well, I spent 14 years working for my father-in-law, and we never had credit. We used everything on cash. So now, being 38 years old, I have a horrible credit score. I can't get no money borrowed. Nobody will loan me money.
You got
I don't have bad credit. I just don't have no credit.
Well,
They
then
just
you-
consider me a ghost.
Listen, having no credit is not good, but having bad credit is worse. All
Right.
right. So basically, the only kind of credit I recommend is to buy something in real estate, because especially if it shows that you're making money on it, because that's what the banks want to see. They want to see
Right.
credit, not retail. They want to see credit with shit that's making you money. So what do you want to do? You live in a house, own a house free and clear story.
I rent right now. I own my 2 vehicles, but I mean, I'm in
How much you paying
Tallahassee
for
working for a company.
Wait, I don't think-
1,200.
You live in Plant City, right?
I'm from Plant City. I'm just in Tallahassee working right now for a company, making them tons of money while I just make a living wage and I just can't get
What
ahead.
happened
And then,
with the business you had? You
what's
never-
that?
I thought you had a business with your father-in-law.
Yes, he closed the doors on it. He borrowed a bunch of money from me to open a restaurant, and then we fell out, and I just moved back to Florida because I didn't want nothing to do with it. So I've been for the last 7 years.
You're
I've been.
for a company. You're making okay salary, but what do you want to do? You want to go into business for yourself?
I do. I want to work for. I want to work for you. I want to do all your parking lots.
Equipment. That's what it is, right? You need credit to go buy equipment. That's what he's
Yes,
saying.
sir.
He wants to start up another. And like I feel you. I understand. He wants to start up another business. He feels like he's got the knowledge, right, to start another.
Definitely.
You got no credit. And so
Correct.
you
How
go
much
out
money
and
you got?
borrow
You got
equipment.
any money?
Just to pay the bills.
You need
So
a
you just
front
pay
man.
bills.
You need a
Yeah.
front man.
The
I mean,
equipment,
that's what
how
that
much
it
is
is.
the
You need
equipment?
a man that can go out in front and
For
be
30,000 or less, I can start have everything I need to do your parking
30
lots.
grand, you can do everything.
Yep, I can start with that.
All right, you
I'm
got
gonna
his
tell you
info,
right now. I
Rafa?
normally wouldn't tell nobody this, but you need to talk a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so you need to send your information.
We got.
in.
We'll talk.
Trust me,
offline.
we're gonna call you. We look
Okay.
at properties every day with fucked up parking lots. All right, and
Yes,
that's
sir.
But you guys
buying
milling
them.
equipment and everything. You can mill. You're gonna be able to mill
No.
parking lots.
No, I can start with 30 grand on maintenance, but then within a year, I'm sure I can flip into milling and paving and
So,
everything.
Okay, we need to talk. Let's sit down
But
and
let me
talk.
ask you a question. You could rent this equipment if we need to do a job,
Yes.
right?
We can
And
rent it.
I have tons of contacts in the business, in the paving, the milling industry, inspectors. I've got tons of contacts. I've been doing this for 20 years. So
Okay, but let me ask you this. Call a little bit.
But honestly, my advice to you, without just saying call a little bit, my advice to you, for me, is you need like a front man.
How much they paying you right now?
You need a person that can go out.
How much
and
they paying you right now?
Go ahead, Dad.
right now, I'm only making 1,100 a week salary.
Okay.
So we'd have to have a job big enough for him.
Yes, that he can pay that for a year. Listen, don't stop
Yes.
worrying about that. We're going to talk to him about
Yeah.
that. I'm going to hit that. We're
How
going
about
to take
roofs?
care
Can
of
you
that.
do roofs?
I have done roofs a long time ago, but I'd rather not do roofs.
All right.
You need a guy who has good
30
credit
grand, he just
and
said.
who said he can get up in front and say, hey, we want to start this business together. Almost like a partnership is what I would see it as. He has the credit, and then you have the backing and the knowledge. He also probably has to be like a sales guy, type of guy that
Yes.
can go out there and make the sales and have that good face and go out and say, hey, we're going to do your parking lot. This is what we can do. Be that guy, right? And then you come in as the knowledge guy and knock it all out and get it done. And you start building that business together. But he's got to have the credit. Maybe he's got a little money.
Or
but
you
got
can
the
find a big
knowledge
enough job
that'll set you up for life.
and you find one big job to
Right.
do, like a shopping center.
Right. Set you
And
up.
the money you make on that deal well, you factor in the cost of renting the equipment. Let's say you come to me and I show you a job and it's going to be $100 grand. Okay. You have to factor in, can you make
Rent
money on it
equipment and
and
everything.
still rent the equipment and get the job done and still make money on it? I mean, you
Right.
know, can you rent the equipment
got some big
until you can
super
buy it? How much does it cost you to rent the equipment?
It
don't-
depends on what I need. If I need a paver, last time I checked, they were like $900 a day, but you can knock out a whole lot of
Tallahassee?
asphalt in a day.
Tallahassee.
We got nothing in Tallahassee. I've been staying away from Tallahassee.
No,
But
we-
it's me and my 19-year-old son that I'm trying to help him because with the pandemic and everything, he didn't go finish school. So I'm going to start with him and we're going to build a business. We're mobile. We'll move back to Tampa, Plant City, Clearwater. It doesn't matter anywhere. But I went to ask Ben.
Finding jobs that you can build in enough in the job to do where you can rent the equipment,
right.
all right,
Right.
and get the job done and make some money.
That's true.
That's the
But
first.
the guys that own the equipment already, they're the ones beating me out in all my bids. They're able to do them way cheaper because they don't have to rent equipment.
Find something they don't do. They do small jobs.
I'll do any small, big. It doesn't matter. I just
jobs.
a lot of them don't have the time to do them. So that's where I have been trying to slide in and get little driveways and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
you do that. You don't need equipment to do that. You could do that by hand, pretty much, right?
that's what I've been doing. Me and my son been doing it with 5-gallon buckets and brooms. Yeah.
Right.
Let me tell you, good customers to try to pick up, go to apartment buildings that have shitty asphalt in them
Right.
and make an offer. Even give them a
Pothole
bid.
repairs, lay it on them right
Don't
away.
even wait for them to ask
Yeah.
you.
Right,
to
just go
bid.
in.
If a guy comes to me and that's something I need done, like on a hotel here in Clearwater, if a guy comes to me and gives me a fucking bid, at least I might
I get
do it.
emails. I get emails today from a company called potholes.com. They literally have guys that drive around and look for potholes in the property. Then they send me an email with a bid and they say, hey, for $1,200, we can take care of this. I never use them. I just get my guy to go out and put some asphalt down and take care of it.
We might need to talk to you. Send us your information, okay?
Yes, sir. I did send a ton of pictures to askben.com to the email. I sent a bunch of my work. I done a huge mall in Tallahassee.
Well, Steven, I'm gonna get with you. I'll get with you later this week. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care.
All right,
maybe
we got
to come in and save us from ripping up asphalt.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's talking about this fiber product. I don't know.
Yeah.
I need a good guy like that. Aaron, what do we got?
Yeah, we got a bunch of super chats.
Chats.
Shout out Steven Cronin. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, when are you going to retire and hand the keys to your sons?
Aaron.
Sons.
Listen,
No,
I'm
Aaron.
ready. Okay, but they're
Aaron's
not ready,
taking it over.
and I'm stuck at least a couple more years for Aaron to graduate high school till I'll be free from this prison. But in the next 2 years, I'm going to do the best I can to arrange the portfolio to where it's stable and nice to manage with room to grow and get the hell out of here. I'm waiting to go and get the hell out of here.
Buy NFTs. Don't buy no NFTs.
Yeah, I don't know about NFTs.
All right,
anymore.
what else you got?
All right,
Aaron?
shout out Jose. Thank you again for the super chat. Sold my grocery store in Temple Terrace to break even. I still make $300K from my engineering job. So far, I lost $100K on the stock market. What do I do?
Haven't we all?
Well, at least you got a good job paying you good salary. The grocery
$300K
store
from an engineering job.
He has a college degree and probably a lot of experience. And anyone's not getting an argument. All right. I'm not paying you $300K a year. Forget about it. Okay.
I only want $250.
Anyway, so the point is this. Listen, if you sold the grocery store and it wasn't making you money and it wasn't right for your life, then you broke even, be happy. Okay. At least you didn't lose money on that. You lost $100K in the stock market. I lost millions. It's the times we live in. All right. But, try to see what you want to do. Maybe, if you want to do real estate, you're in Temple Terrace. Go and try to, you're going to start seeing prices coming down. You're going to start seeing distressed deals, and Temple's Terrace is a unique place. It's got its good, it's got its bad, and it's got its ugly. And get to round up as much money as you can and try to find a deal. Real estate's all about finding a deal.
For this guy, how much would $300K get him?
He makes that a year.
Well, yeah, I'm saying if he saved up for.
Yeah, but he's got to pay his
say
living
2
expenses. All right, 3-4 years.
Yeah,
yes, and he
2
had
years he saved
$300K.
up for.
He should be able.
He
I
can
don't
go
know
out
what
and
he
get $1
lives
million
like.
bucks, hopefully.
He might live
Million?
like a big shot like him. He pisses the whole $300K away a year. I don't know. But
Boy, I'm
anyway,
not telling you shit.
save
no
as
more.
much money as you can. Get your hands on as much money as you can, and get ready. Save money and look for deals. That's what the new year should be. You should be doing for the new year. Okay. What else?
All right, shout out
Bought a
Gun Glue,
car.
and thank you again for the super chat. Bring Ben Jr. to Emily Concourse Car Show this next year.
Next
Then
year.
get Aaron a Daytona Meteorite Dial Oyster
again with
Flex
the
for
goddamn
Christmas.
What is that?
Daytona.
Oh, the
That's the
watch.
watch.
Yeah, that's
Daytona
a watch.
I thought it was
Rolex
a Daytona
Daytona.
That's a
car.
Rolex.
I think.
He's
Oh,
gonna get
that's
a
what I want for
Rolex.
Christmas. A Rolex.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Chinatown in New York.
No,
and
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
get
the
you one.
Chinatown.
I
fucking
think-
Chinese
Rolex.
Rolex.
I think Lil Ben deserves the Audemars Piguet.
Yeah.
I want. You know whose Rolex I
Watches.
want?
What was
Honestly,
that Royal?
I want to buy Mike's Rolex.
Mike who?
Mike Bonus.
He's dead.
I want that Rolex.
He's dead.
I want it.
How you gonna get it?
I'm gonna call his wife.
Oh boy, you dirty. All right, what else? Jimmy got his game machine back out of her.
What?
Yeah, he had left it at Mike's house to be fixed. He
What
fixed it. He never
machine?
gave back to Jimmy's.
Game machine. He said game machine. I heard
Game,
I heard
game,
game machine.
game. Stop. What do you got?
Shout out
Jimmy Hart's
JR
not good.
Property
Jimmy
Services.
Hart.
Thank you for the super chat. What are your thoughts on Grant Cardone?
I mean, he does his own thing,
Listen.
and whatever he does, he knows what he's doing. I don't believe in pooling together with other people. He pulls a lot of people together, to my knowledge. He's done some major deals all here in Florida.
He just built something
He does
major in
courses.
Fort
He
Lauderdale.
does events.
If he wants to
He's a
collab,
big shot. I think he's having something big in Vegas. I mean, he's at another level than me. And I don't really know much about him, but, I know he's very successful.
I mean, I just know two people that said that they actually got paid. And so
Very good.
it made me have a respect for Grant Cardone that I didn't have before because I didn't know that he actually got paid.
Hey,
So now that
if
I
you
know
wanna
you can
somebody
check him
that
out.
invested
If it
with
works
him.
for you, it works for you.
Right.
And the one thing I say about all these guys, people like him that reach out to the public and try to motivate people to do something
always a good
is
thing.
a positive thing.
Right.
And if he's trying to do something positive and he's making money and he's helping people make money and he's pushing people in the right direction,
So
that's
be
what
it.
it's all about. So, I don't know much about him, but I ain't read about nothing bad in the news about him. So
And I
there
ain't
you
heard
go right
nothing
there.
bad in the real estate market
As soon
about
as
him.
somebody does something bad,
You
like
know
what's
it.
going to happen to little Ben one day, you'll read it in the news. Just Google news people's names. It'll tell you all the bad shit you want about them. What
Thanks
else?
for just telling everybody in the world to Google bad shit about me.
News, only the news part. Not the regular Google, just the
All right,
news.
Just
All
the
right.
news.
Ash Rodman, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on the impact of central bank digital currencies coming out, and how would real estate transactions work in that regard?
Is he talking like a stable coin?
Thoughts on impact of central bank digital currencies?
We don't know anything.
I don't know anything about digital currency. If you're talking about Bitcoins and different things like that,
I don't know.
I don't use it. My banks don't use it. They don't take it. They don't want to loan against it.
Yeah, it's the wrong channel
So,
for that one.
I mean,
don't know.
but I'll tell you right now,
Uh-oh.
if you send me $12 million of any kind of currency, or maybe, I don't know, and the
give you
money,
$12 million
and I'll sell you my
Bitcoin.
house on Willowdale.
I'll give you 12
I'll
million
take the
in
currency,
Bitcoin.
but I got to make sure that I'm going to get paid before you get title. So there is a way to buy property and real estate with a digital currency.
Yes,
you got to
can.
convert the currencies. The only thing that comes to my head into what the bank will accept as a wire. So I don't know. I don't see if it's,
I don't know
if
what
it
he's talking
uses
about,
money,
but
I don't know.
I believe what he's saying is the banks are going to get together and create a Bitcoin.
Central bank. I
Yeah.
haven't heard of it. I'll look it up.
They call it like a stable coin.
There
It's
you
supposed
go.
to be.
That would
if the
kinda
banks are
make- that would
backing it
make
up,
sense.
then it
It's a
should be
stable
legit,
coin, but there's also I don't know too much about it, so I say we
Except
move on.
he was a
Because if the
minor.
banks-
Oh shit!
He
Here we
was
go
a minor,
again. Yes, I
but
was a
he
minor.
didn't go major. He
No,
was
I
a
didn't.
major minor.
Yes,
He had 10 machines using
20.
up my electricity
Yes.
in my space,
Yes,
and he didn't mind shit.
I made
You lost. Don't lie. I
$1,000.
lost.
I made
made
$1,000
$1,000
in
lose.
mining, but I spent
He got
$9,000
conned
on
into
the
buying
machines.
10 mining computers
Like
that are
20,
worthless
16.
now. Those computers are worthless.
They're not worthless. I
They're
have
not
video
worthless.
cards that are worth
Video
$300 in there. Anybody want to buy some badass video cards? Hit
Go
me
to
up.
Ask
$300.
Ben,
Ask Ben.
There you go.
Okay. I
Video
also
card.
have
People need
a
them.
computer that's worth $600 so I have $900 worth of hardware that I bought for $600. I'm okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about my computers.
He's a miner. Yeah, he had
My canary fucking died.
When
Okay.
the mine shuts down.
Yeah, the canary
Shout
died.
out Joseph Luna. Thank you for the super chat. What are your thoughts on Tesla stock today? Should I buy more
Oh,
while down?
what happened to
I
Tesla?
said
know.
it today. I said to buy Tesla stock. The only
You know
reason
why it
why
went down?
the
You know
only
why it
reason
went
why
down?
I
Why?
am not really that
I
like
can tell you
fond
why it
of
went
buying
down.
the stock is because I'm telling you,
You had a
Tesla
big
stock,
split.
Tesla and the space one. What is that?
SpaceX.
SpaceX. I feel like it's all centered around Elon Musk's just Elon
Like
Musk.
what he's doing. And
But
because
right
he
now
bought-
he's focusing on Twitter. He's really
Right.
focusing on Twitter. That's the only reason why I'm
stock went
skeptical
down.
on Tesla. And then that's why it went down. So I don't know if he's
You
going to
know
come
why it went
back and
down
like make
today?
some news on Tesla.
I
That
know
might
why
drive
went
it
down
up.
today.
But I was seriously contemplating buying Tesla stock because
One
it's down a lot.
sentence, one statement made him come down that came out yesterday. I watched it
What
when
was
I was watching the news before I go to bed.
What was that?
What?
Elon Musk is no longer the richest man in the world.
Well, yeah.
That's it. As soon as they said that, I knew the next
Who
day
is?
the stock's going down.
It's
because he's not worth what they say he used to be worth. He ain't worth so much. Bring his stock down.
Do you
And
remember?
you're right about the Twitter thing. People are worried he's too involved with this Twitter stuff, and he ain't focusing on those goddamn cars. So what else?
That's it. Next super chat.
And China, They tried to, people protested because they didn't want to be locked down. So they lifted the lockdown. And what happened? The COVID goes back up. And I think a lot of this shit's made over there. So they're having a lot of problems with production, I believe, in
Yeah, but that's
chips.
Apple that's really having problems. Because
They're all
of that.
having problems. Anything made in China's got problems if the people are on
Yeah,
lockdown.
but I think he makes a lot of his stuff in house now. He's trying
Whose
to.
house?
His house.
His own house?
Yeah, his own
He
house.
lives in some shack, I heard.
Yeah, like a 200 square foot shack or something. I heard.
That bullshit. All right, what else there?
All right, shout out Bullet Motorsport Incorporation. Thank you. He said, "Thank God you finally,
Batman.
thank God you finally bought another classic. I remember when you went to that dealer that had that junker Batmobile. Glad you got a good one. If you ever want to shoot a podcast, here we are ready to go."
That was not a junker. I used it in a real estate transaction.
I knew you were going to bring
it
it
up.
up.
Car.
I knew you were going to bring it
Anyway,
up.
thank you very much. I got the nice one. Let me tell you something about this Batmobile. That movie car that just went on the market for $1.5 million ain't worth shit. You know why? You can't drive it more than 25 miles an hour. It's never been really driven. It's not street legal, and you're not allowed to drive it.
Wow,
It's a
somebody's
movie
like
car.
really.
You have no title, no nothing on it except a bill of sale from MGM or whoever did the movie.
You really have been in on
Mine
this.
is a street legal, baby.
I knew it.
You
Look
can
at
take that baby out on the street anytime you want, and you can be Batman. So
You
I
see
like
that
it.
passion, you guys? I'm just telling you, that's just a little bit of passion. that
Value.
You got to
There's
have
value.
that passion about real estate and about making money.
All this shit
Next
about owning
super chat.
cars, sitting around. Oh, I got this car. Let's go look at it. Wow, that's really cool.
But-
I want a car you can freaking drive.
I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I'm just saying Tesla hasn't been this low since December of 2020.
Would you stop smoking cigarettes? You make me
Just
want to
saying,
have a
guys.
cigarette.
Quiet. Have a cigarette.
know.
No, then it'll be two of us smoking in here and I'll get sick.
What else, Aaron?
All right, shout out Rebuilding. Thank you for the super chat. Is it worth adding additional bedrooms and bathrooms? I have a 3-bed and basement, turning half the basement into a 4th bedroom. What are good value adds?
That's a good value add. That's a great one right there. That's the best one.
Always add wherever you can.
I mean, that's a good one. You
Okay.
said it yourself.
Anything you can create is going to add more value to the property.
Anything you can get more money for. Okay. If you can get
Or
more
if
money
she's selling
for it,
maybe, I don't know.
then it's better. Okay. That's
you for smoking in my room.
You know, like a smoke,
just
don't breathe.
charging you for smoking in her room.
I'm gonna start
This ain't
charging
your
you.
room.
It is.
Go to your room. I smoke in her room. What's she talking about? I run this goddamn show over here.
We'll see about that.
All right, what else
next
you got,
super- we got
Aaron?
a lot of
But
super chats.
Listen. Going back to that lady, was it a lady?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Whoever it was,
Non-binary.
if you could add anything to your property, then do it because you're adding. Add means
It
more.
was a guy.
Whatever.
Oh, was it, yeah.
I can't see that good.
He had a horse behind him.
Oh.
All right, shout out
Every
that
good man has a
guy.
horse
Shout out
behind
that
him.
guy A12. Thank you for the super chat. I plan on buying a house around 100K to rent it out to Section 8 to get my foot into the real estate game.
Where
Do
are
I
you
take the
located?
earnings to buy another house?
Yes, I mean that's kind of the plan is that or if you once you rent it out, if it's worth more, then you can refinance it and pull some money out and go buy it. But you definitely want to, take anything that you're earning. You don't want to go blow it and spend it and buy a Corvette or something like that. You want to go and reinvest it.
Listen, just make sure the numbers work on the one you're buying. Make sure that you know what the rent's going to be. The housing authority will tell you. They have what they call FMRs, fair market value. FMR, fair market rate. Anyway, find out. Make sure you know what the rent's going to be. Make sure you know what your cash flow is going to be, and hopefully the house will be worth more money, and then you can refinance it, get your money back, and do it again. That's what I
Next
do.
super chat.
All right, shout
We gotta
out
start hitting
Daniel.
the big super chats because those are the
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, shout out Daniel Gray. Thank you for the super chat. Ben Jr., if you are the original Corvette owner, you can do a Corvette driving school near Vegas for
Ooh.
$1,000.
I'm not
Chevy
the
will
original
mail you
owner.
something about it.
Not the original owner.
You are?
I'm not.
You didn't buy yours brand new?
I bought it brand new to me. It
I
was
thought you paid over sticker.
yeah, you pay over sticker from the guy who bought it.
A used over sticker?
It was
A
on
new
500
over sticker?
miles. 500 miles.
So you're not the original owner?
No,
huh?
I'm not the original. It's a 2-car owner car.
Who was the first owner? You know him?
Yeah, I know him.
You know him?
I know him. I bought the car from him.
Oh, you didn't buy it to a dealer?
Actually, I'm the 3rd or 4th owner, I guess, really,
Oh, shit,
because
that car's been around.
he sold it to the dealer, who's my friend. My friend sold it to my other friend,
Oh boy.
or actually your
And you-
friend's
How many
friend.
people made money on your car?
Yeah, I
A
know.
lot.
Your friend's friend sold it to my friend, and then I bought it from him.
Hey, you better find new friends. What else you got?
All All right. Shout out David H. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, any
One of them
advice
was
what
your
to
friend.
do? I have a wife who is fat and smokes every day,
Any
and
advice
all
on
she
that?
does is talk about real estate and her hotels. Any advice on what to do to
Put her to
control her?
work.
Wait a minute. Her hotels? Does she work in the hotels? Listen,
Yeah.
you know, I'm fat, I smoke, and I talk about real estate. Sounds like my sister.
Sounds like the female
my
version of
female
you.
twin.
Oh, I
Listen,
run away.
You know, making money, baby. Okay. You know, make the money. And then she can quit smoking and go to the gym. But I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You know, listen, maybe you should start listening to what she's talking about and do it with her. You know, make money together in real estate, make money together. Then you'll have more money to spend. I mean, you know, that's what I would do. But you
Any
know,
advice? He's asking
I'm not
her
a-
control
I'm not-
her.
anyway, what?
Control her. He wants to know how to control her. We're not going to teach
Control
you how to
her.
control
If she's
your
making
wife.
money, then don't control her.
You
If
gotta
she
leave
isn't
her
making
alone.
money, say, stop wasting my time. You ain't making no money. It's all about making money. You know, I fat and I smoke, but I make money for my wife. So she don't bitch and complain. She can't. Why? Because I'm making money. Now, if I wasn't making money, I was fat and I smoked, then what the fuck's the point of being with me? You know, it's all about the money in my relationship, baby. I ain't
Could
got
be
nothing to
about
hide.
something else.
What?
Could always be about
Oh,
something.
we're not going there. Let's take that channel. I don't want to hear your personal life. All
Shout
right.
out,
Oh,
Mr.
shit,
Business.
$100
Thank you, Mr.
for
Chat.
the
Mr.
cola.
Business. Thank
Ding,
you.
ding, 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 ding.
Oh, we don't have one of those bells and shit.
I know we got nothing with
The
the
Fat and
pull-up.
Fresh, they have.
Hey, I wrote a comment in there.
Yeah, we
Put a
can get it.
horn out.
We need a bell.
What does he say for $99.99?
Let's chat tomorrow. Tell your guys to line it up. Your neighbor Daniel signed up to consult yesterday. Need to go from the cheapest home on our beach to the most expensive. There's a new fat guy in town.
Ooh. 12 million Willowdale could be
Let me
yours.
tell you something. You need to buy. I'll make you a special deal.
You can buy
on
this house
Willowdale.
or
Okay.
this one.
How can you get a
I'm
hold
not
of
giving
him?
this house.
He,
All right,
he got
sign
a
up
super
tomorrow.
chat.
Tomorrow we're going to talk.
This house.
I'll make you a hell of a deal. The beach is boring. You want to go to Willowdale. You got that big giant view. You got all the boats going by. You got the bridges. You got 2 slips. You got a tennis court. You can turn it into a racetrack if you want. That's what I would do if I bought it. No, Carl plays tennis.
A go-kart
Anyway,
racetrack.
Go-kart
buying a
racetrack.
house on the beach.
That'd be
You got
cool.
one right here, baby. $32 million. Write me a check. We'll
Damn.
move to Willowdale then. You
35.
think you like tennis? There you go. All right. Well, I'll look forward to the call, and it's always nice to meet a new neighbor. I hope.
A new fat man in town.
New fat man.
There's a lot of fat men in this town. I hate to tell you.
I don't. I like get along with fat people.
I like
I'm
all
one of
fat
them.
people.
All right, shout out Daniel Gray. Thank you for the super chat. Tower Details,
Oh, my God.
$337,500
Thank you again.
offered 1322 rent with 15% escalation every 5 years.
337.5. He selling for offer.
13 rent with 15.
Oh, the offer, and then 13.22 a month for rent. That's it. With the 15%
The
inflation every
attorney
5
said he
years.
can do a 1031. All right, so basically, I hope that's monthly. You're getting 1322 rent.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, it has to be, right? So he's basically bringing in about 15 grand a year, and he only paid 100 grand for it. So he's making 15% on his money annually. So that's pretty damn good. Now he's about to take that 15 grand a year and trade it for
$230,000.
230 grand.
Double.
It would
triple.
take you a long time.
Listen,
Take you like
if you're only
20,
getting-
30 years
If
to
somebody
make
offers
that.
you $337,000
That's a good deal.
in exchange
And
for
you can 1031 it?
$15,000 a year,
Do it.
I'd jump on it because $300,000 at 10% is $30,000 a year. You're only getting 5% return, but you get
Right.
your hands on a bunch of cash.
Right.
Okay. If you get your hands on that cash, the question is, what are you going to do with
Said
the
he's gonna
money?
1031 it.
I
Said
know,
he
but
can
you got to
10
find the right
He's gonna
deal.
find a deal.
That's the way to grow.
And then
Take
so
that
you still
money
need to get
and then go out and put 20% down on a multi-million-dollar deal.
Right. So find that deal. Once you find that deal and you want to confirm that deal, call Ben at benmallah.com/consult with Ben and get him on the phone. And then you guys can discuss that deal. So that's the thing to do, Daniel.
I would jump on that.
Jump
because
on that
I'd
and
much
buy-
rather have that kind of dough. You get your 100 grand back. Well, you made 237,000.
That's good money.
You take that money, you put it towards, spread it out in a couple of deals, whatever. I don't know what's in your reach to buy for deals.
You like
That's
doubled
the
your
question.
money, tripled your money. That's
You know?
great.
I would do it in a minute.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
All right, 1322 a month. My wife spends that on her nails. What else you got?
No, I don't.
All right, shout out Gerard Carney. Thank you for the $20. Shout out Camarón pesado.
It's hot in here.
Thank you for the super chat. Mr. Mallah, I just wanted to thank you for
The shrimp
all the
fish.
very entertaining videos y'all post. I had the pleasure of meeting you in 2020 in Texas in the Real Estate World Convention.
You met the wrong Ben Mallah because I don't think he was
went
there.
to Texas.
I was not in Texas in
In
2020
2020
at no convention. I was in Florida. No, that was during COVID.
Yeah.
The only place I went during COVID to conventions was my own
Maybe
in
that's
Fort
maybe
Lauderdale,
what he meant.
Tampa.
Maybe that's what he meant. is Tampa.
Well, I think El Camarón Pescado have been drinking too
So
much
wait,
cerveza,
it's the shrimp fish.
tequila.
Carla? The
El
shrimp
Camarón pesado.
Texas. I ain't been to Texas in a long time.
It's just shrimp.
fish. Shrimp
It's
fish.
shrimp. Why they
Just
say
like
pescado?
Pescado.
That's fish.
That's
Yeah.
pesado. That's not
Pesado.
pescado.
Not
What is that?
That's
Yeah.
pesado.
So
You
what's
don't know
pesado
yet?
mean?
I don't know.
Sauce.
He's got a picture of
Shrimp
a
sauce.
rooster.
The
Shrimp sauce.
Oh, the shrimp sauce.
All right, well, it wasn't me, but
Spanish
thank you very
major.
much.
I like that. The shrimp
And
sauce.
we're getting late, so
All right,
read them
thank you.
on. Read them on.
All right. Shout out Burnt Terps. Thank you for the $5.
Burnt turds? No,
Terps.
terps.
Terps. Hey, Ben, any FHA loan that give you extra cash to refurbish the property?
I don't think
Like-
FHA wants to do an inspection to make sure the property's in fully intact, best inspection before you buy it. You're thinking of maybe what they call a section.
Oh, wait, what are you
It's
talking
called. I did it. 103. There's a loan out there
Whoa.
that is still kind of backed by the government or that will give you a fix up. You need to talk to a bank and say what's available for a fix up loan. Okay, I've done them a long time ago, and but FHA typically they want to do an inspection, make sure the place meets their criteria of being livable and ready to go.
Shrimp.
But talk to the bank, talk to a lender, and find out what kind of fix up
Heavy.
loans are available. All right, very good.
The heavy shrimp.
Oh, heavy. I don't know.
What
I
else?
don't
Come
know.
on,
I
it's
think there's
getting
different
late,
meanings.
man.
to all
Shrimp.
this. All right. Shout out Phil. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out Faris Al Faris.
I got
Thank you for
fired
the super
today.
chat. I got fired today.
Can you fire me?
I got fired. I'm sorry you got fired. What'd you do?
Sorry about that. You stealing
I fire
boxes?
Ben every day, and then I rehire him because I don't want to go to work.
Don't get fired stealing boxes.
I'm sorry you got fired, but go find another goddamn job.
All right. Shout out Phil, who thank you for the super chat. Guys, do you have any tile guys on the best tiler
Best
in the
tiler.
world?
Making
We making
thousands.
thousands a day in Nantucket.
I'm not going to Nantucket.
Fuck it, Nantucket.
I mean, that's great. I'm glad you're doing good. Tyler's a very
No,
good.
because he saw we talked to the asphalt guy and he's saying, do we need
but
any
he's
tile
in
guys?
Nantucket.
Yeah,
And tile, I mean,
tile. There's a
Tile's
lot of tile
tile.
guys. There's a lot
I
of
mean,
tile
let me
guys.
tell you right now, what I'd like to probably do is take my Tampa hotel, maybe the Fort Lauderdale one too. It's got the old terracotta tile.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But we're just laying
and the
stuff
lobby
over
is
top
huge.
of it.
The problem is this: I don't want to take it up.
No.
I want to smooth it out, coat it, smooth it out, and then put tile on top of that.
No.
Okay.
Vinyl.
So go to AskBen at BenMal.com. We'll talk about it. But you're away in Nantucket. Isn't there big money in Nantucket? What the hell you want to deal with us
Why is
schmucks
making
for?
I don't know
Thousands a
what's
day.
in Nantucket.
It sounds rich. All right. What else, Aaron?
All right, shout out RS. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out Israel Villa. Thank you for the super chat. Ben Jr. suit up for the Dallas Cowboys so we can win the
Ooh.
Super Bowl.
Ooh.
I'm not really a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah, he's just.
I used to be a Raiders fan, but then they moved to Vegas.
He meant
Used to.
suit up for the
Suit
Cowboys
up, man. Suit up.
to
I mean,
play.
to
To
play. I ain't playing.
The only Super Bowl he gets is at the
The
Chinese
fucking-
restaurant. They
the
give him that
bowl
Super-
of clam
You want
chowder
Super
I had
Bowl?
the other day.
Okay, Super Bowl come with fried rice, puck rib, egg roll.
I had a Super Bowl.
That's
clam
what that's the
chowder.
only Super
Oh,
Bowl he knows.
He takes me to this restaurant, Carla. Claims it's the best burger in the world.
And
It's
they're
your
my
place.
witnesses.
Okay, this place was falling apart. Don't eat from that place. It's
Oh,
full
it's
of
so
toilets
good.
everywhere.
It's so
There's
good.
toilets everywhere. I
What
wouldn't
is-
be
what is
eating
that place
from that
called?
place.
Le Tub
He says,
Saloon,
I don't know.
the best burger in Hollywood,
okay.
Florida.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the place in
They
St. Pete.
cook it
burger
enough. They
place.
keep them rare because the meat's
Okay.
really
I
good.
thought you were
In the
talking
middle
about
was
St.
all
Pete.
rare.
The one I sent you to, he has to get on a little dingy boat from the big boat to go to the burger
And
place.
there's usually no
Dock,
spots.
climb a ladder, go up there,
The
order
dock
10
almost fell
burgers,
off.
and
He
bring them
walked
back
on it,
on the tender.
And it was like shaky with both of us on it. Okay, it was shaky with both of
Love
us on
that
it.
place. What else you got?
All
It's
right,
getting
next
late.
super
All right,
chat.
shout out Gerard Carney. Thank you for the super chat. I'm a little over 2 years in owning a store, diner, gas station, and 2 rental houses in Maine. I want to expand. My credit is good, but I'm new.
I mean, if you
Doing
got
all that.
listen, if you own a store and a diner and a gas station
And
then
2
you should
rental
have
houses.
and 2 rental houses, you should have a fairly decent tax return showing you're making money. All right, you got to go to the bank and say, okay, this is who I am. I got a store that's worth X amount of dollars. I got a diner that's making X amount, that's worth X amount of dollars. I got a gas station. I got houses. Everything. This is what you got. Then you got to list what you owe. And then what are you worth? And then you got to show them that you're making money. Banks want to see the money. So put it all on a financial statement, and give it a nice high price that you think it's worth, and show your income. And you got to get some money. Your credit's good. What's the problem? You got to have some equity in those businesses. You got to be making money with all that shit. Go to the bank. Don't be afraid to go to the bank. What are they going to do? All they're going to do is say no, maybe, or do this, and I'll loan you the money. That's all the bank's going to do. All right? The bank is your best friend. And they'll tell you if there is a problem. They'll tell you what the problem is, and your goal is to solve the problem.
All right, shout out RC Casey. Thank you for the super chat. New to real estate. I live in Oakland, California. Is Section 8 properties a smart move?
Well, that's where I got my start, and I did it in the roughest times there were. But Oakland, I see prices starting to come down, I think, even there. Because I was looking at something in San Leandro that came up on the market. I was surprised it was so cheap. No, it was apartments.
Oh.
But listen, I'm just going to tell you right now, my experience in Oakland, it was a very long time ago. I always went with Section 8 because at that time, that's the only way I was going to be able to guarantee I got my money, because there wasn't a lot of people that could afford to pay rent. There was a lot of trouble. And with Section 8, you sleep at night knowing every month that money's going to be deposited in your account. All right? And you can find a lot of nice families. You got to screen people. You still got to check them out, especially the criminal record. And, if the credit's not that great, that wasn't no big deal because that's Section 8 back, guaranteeing the rent. So, it depends on the area. If you're down by the lake, it might pay to go open market. If you're down in deep East Oakland and it's a rougher area, I recommend go Section 8 even 20 years later from what I've been there.
Deep East Oakland's bad anymore.
I don't know. I'm not there. But listen, if it's a rough neighborhood and it's not easy to find people with good income to live in there, you better go Section 8, okay? And go to the Oakland Housing Authority and tell them Ben Mallah sent you.
Ben listens to Too Short. You're right. He did listen to Too Short.
I met him once. Too short. Freaky tales. All right, next.
All right, shout out RS. Thank you for the super chat. $500,000 apartment in Miami, 20% equity, 3.2% rate.
Good.
Should I 1031 into a duplex?
I mean, the point is, if the thing's worth $500,000, how much profit? You got 20% equity in there, so you only got $100,000 in equity, right? He says 20% equity in a $500,000 apartment.
Right, yeah.
So he's got $100,000. What are you going to do with the $100,000 if you only got 20% equity in it?
He wants to put it in a duplex.
Well, if you can find one, yes. And you can move out of that apartment if you're living in it or whatever, yeah. I mean, it's always good to move up. It's all about how much more money is it going to bring into your life. All right. If you're not making, how much you making on the apartment right now in Miami? Are you renting it out? Do you have a cash flow? Is it making you any money? If you could take that $100,000 and throw it into a duplex for about $400,000, it's a down payment and it's going to cash flow, then do it. It's whatever makes you the money, baby. That's it.
Too Short just got a street in Oakland.
He got his own street.
Yeah, he got his own
Short
now.
Street.
What?
It's
All
called
right,
Too Short.
it's getting late, baby.
all right.
Too Short Avenue. I'd live there.
Shout out Sofla Ben 10. Thank you for the super chat. I can't find a multifamily in Tampa for first house. What?
For first house.
There's
a single family renting there in a room. Listen,
Next
you're
best thing.
not looking hard enough, okay? So you need to keep looking hard. Deals are going to start coming, and you must not be out there lowballing shit. Look for this stuff. The
I just saw a
duplexes,
multifamily
the
deal in Tampa
triplexes, and the fourplexes
for $50
that have
a
been
door.
sitting on the goddamn market.
They're out there.
And, you might have to branch out a little out towards the outskirts or whatever. But, I mean, the point is renting a room out in the house, how much are you going to get? How much are you going to give for a room? 500, 600, 700, $800 a month? And then you got somebody sharing your kitchen, sharing your bathroom. If you're ready for that, plenty of people do it.
Do it.
Plenty of people have roommates. They have all kinds of websites for that. Maybe you get a student. I don't know where in Tampa you're talking, but now's the time to lowball. Don't look at the price. Look at what you want to pay and tell the agent, write the offer. What are they going to do? Say no? Fine, right. Say no. But they'll come down if they really want to sell. You got to work harder right now. Line yourself up. The deals are coming.
Too Short Way.
Too short way.
That's right. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram.
What else?
All right, shout out Navid Kamali. Thank you for the super chat. Being in family business, how do I ask my father for a raise? I've not done one for 2
ask for
years.
A raise.
We have successful businesses around 3 of his locations, 25 employees, but he doesn't want to pay much. What's the best way to do it?
Show him how much money he's making, and then politely say, think I should be, making more.
It's a personal relationship. What is your father's plan? That's the question. All right. What's his plan? For you to be in the situation you're at for the rest of your life? No, you don't want to stay in a situation like that for the rest of your life. You want to have a family, you want to have cars, you want to have houses, you want to live everything he has. Does he plan on leaving you the business? Did he put it in writing? Is he willing to do a partnership with you? I mean, it's a personal thing. I sit down and say, hey, I'm devoting my life to the family business, but what can I expect down the road?
But do it on a good day. And when your dad has those good days.
Tell him you're worried about your future. Ask him. Look him in the face. Say, hey, what is my future? Tell me. I want to know. You want to know what your future is. All right? And that's it.
Aaron, we both looked at him right now like, Pops.
Yeah.
Typically,
I don't know about your father, but typically most fathers, the ones that I know and me, plan on retiring or taking it easy, being there when you need them, okay, but turning it over to them, okay? Hopefully, especially one day when I'm dead, my wife don't want to deal with that shit. She just wants the cash, baby. She don't want to hear about no goddamn tenants. She wants the money.
Why am I yawning? Why are you yawning?
Shit. So anyway, have a serious talk with him and say, all right, Dad, things are great. It's too fucking hot in here. Right. And what is my future? Everybody has to have a future. All right. Can you start your own businesses? I don't know. You can't because you're too busy running his.
All right.
What else?
We got 6 more super chats. So Blake Wilson, thank you for the super
make your
chat.
mother do it.
Better to build 9-unit low rise or split parcel in 3 and build 3 triplexes.
Whatever's going to make you the most money.
And it's
the cost of building and the value afterwards.
Yep.
You got to run it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
You got to run the numbers. Figure out how much it's going to cost you to build 9 units in one spot. How much it's going to cost to split the parcels into 3 different buildings. What's going to be their value when they're done? Is it going to be so much more having 3 places than 1 place? You got to do the numbers. Real estate, you can always do the numbers, do comps, and figure out costs. It's not rocket science. It's just all common sense numbers.
Hey, somebody else is selling a hotel in Fort Lauderdale for $30 million.
Oh, yeah, who?
Sam Suffer.
Maybe I'll trade him. Get a hold of me. Go to benmal.com/shop. Consult with Ben. Let's make a deal, baby.
All right, shout out Nicholas Gucciardi. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Ben, I bought a home in Toronto and converted it into a legal triplex. My monthly rental income is $10,500, but my mortgage is $12,207 with the new rates. Should I sell or hold?
I don't think you can sell.
I thought rates were cheaper in Canada.
I thought rates were cheaper.
I did. I talk to people in Canada all the time. I thought they borrowed cheaper money. But they're copying us now. I mean, honestly, I'm just going to tell you, if you get your money back, I do not believe in owning real estate that breaks even. I won't work for free. Now, if I'm losing money, that's a real no-no. Okay. So can you get your money back? Or maybe even get a profit? I don't know. Canada's a different place. But I would never own real estate. And it's like running a business and have the liability. And I'm negative. Unless I see something happening down the road where it's going to be worth a whole lot more money, there's no reason to be in real estate.
Losing
and
money.
paying. You're paying to work. You're paying to be in real estate. That makes no sense to me unless you got some reason why.
But he's also, I don't know.
Find out his mortgage.
He's probably paying down his mortgage. So you got to look at that too.
That ain't much.
It ain't probably not. But
And
I'm
he
just
ain't going
saying.
in his pocket.
It ain't. You're losing money.
Anyway, I don't believe in owning negative cash flow property. All right. Or zero cash flow property.
Run the numbers.
What else?
All right, shout out Andrew Murray. Thank you for the super chat. I'm a finance student in Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, Ohio, and would love to move to Fort Lauderdale and work for you. Is there any chance?
Right now, a finance student.
He said we're not hiring.
I mean, you're just a student. Let me tell you what a student should do. A student should go out in the real world with a big corporation and learn how the shit works. Because hanging out with a couple of schmucks like us, it's going to be on a. You're not going to get the experience you need.
We need.
After
we
you become
need
a
people,
student,
right.
you need training.
We need people that are already trained by big companies to come work for us and tell us how we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, we need people to tell us what to do in
Yeah.
finance. So basically, if I was you, I'd apply to the biggest companies that are maybe real estate developers or, the guys in New York that are always putting deals together.
Mhm.
I know guys there that make $1 million a year. They're young kids fresh out of college. They start with $250 a year.
Start him with $250 a year.
And then JP
Out of
makes
college.
$1 million a year.
Right, yeah, out of college.
So, you want to go to the big leagues.
Aaron, you need
because
to
then
get
the
that
big
degree,
leagues,
bro.
you can handle the little leagues. All right. I went to
All
work
right,
for big
Because if you don't have a
companies.
degree, he's not going to give you over $300 a year.
I
I'm
know.
not going to give him 300 a year. Well, I ain't giving you 300 a year.
That's not what the whole point was. Just so everybody knows, it wasn't because everybody been thinking I'm asking for a raise. I'm not asking for
Get
a raise.
up out of here.
There ain't
homie.
no raise. The last time I asked for a raise, my dad told me exactly what he just said. Raise the fuck up out of here. Okay, I'm not asking for no raise.
I don't need to give you a raise. You know why?
I know you
'Cause
gave
I
me a
raised
partner,
you.
right? Anyway, what we're talking about is that a manager. I mean, a
Well, we
real
gotta
estate.
hurry up,
Oh
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
late.
Keep
We
going.
got
All right,
people
come on.
pay
Yeah,
money,
yeah, yeah. Pay
money,
enough for your
money.
All right.
We
bullshit.
got tired of listening to your bitching and
Bullshit.
complaining.
All right. Shout out. Okay, you're right. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out Anversito. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, do you want to be a billionaire?
No,
Fuck yeah.
We do.
I don't.
We do.
What you mean you don't
I'm
want to
too
be a
old.
billionaire?
Why would you not
I
want to be a
can't do
billionaire?
it.
How could you
It's
not
not
want to be a
possible.
billionaire? It is fucking
Listen,
possible.
if I can make it halfway there, I'm more than fucking happy. And I don't think I'm going to do that with today's interest rates. All right. So I'm not ever. You don't overbite off more than you can chew.
I'm just saying.
Chew a
you-
little, swallow it,
I'm
then
try-
try to chew some more. That's the way I grew up and lived my life. I don't have these expectations that are out of my reach. I'm too fucking old, and it ain't gonna happen. And I don't want the headaches of it. I can't handle the headaches being at work maybe a quarter of that. So I don't know what to tell you.
What if you
But you-
invented
but you
something?
can
what
do
if,
it.
What if you
God
invented
bless
something?
ya.
What if you
Be my guest.
What if there
Let's
was?
see you do it, big shot.
I just said I want to do it. I don't
Yeah.
think I can. I hate the
I
fucking
know.
thing.
I
I don't
wish
even
you
not
could
even
do
gonna.
it.
Wouldn't
Do
you
it.
like to see
I want to,
the
but-
company be valued around $1 billion?
No,
No.
got enough money.
No.
I didn't marry. My
He's
wife's,
got enough money.
My wife's high
Every-
maintenance,
I'm,
but she
I'm,
ain't
I'm gonna
fucking
record that.
ultra
You got
high
enough
maintenance.
money. I'll take it from now on.
You know, how much money can somebody fucking spend anyway? You're not gonna live here forever. And how much money, I mean, it's to me, I don't know. It's a lot of money.
You can spend money.
You guys will.
Trust me.
All right,
You
what
can
else?
spend money.
Shout out Alan
How
White.
do you get? Go ahead. Go
Uh,
ahead. Sorry.
Okay, Ben, how do you get rid of drug activity from your Section 8 properties? Also, Ben Jr.
Buy all
has
their
Sebring
drugs.
sold.
Buy all their drugs. Then tell them leave. Next time I'm not buying this shit.
All right, what do you do?
What do you mean? What do I do? I call the cops.
You know, listen,
I get rid of it.
I'm
I
gonna
talk
tell
to
you,
people. I mean,
my
I don't really.
technique-
I didn't really deal with a lot of it. My dad dealt with most of this shit when he was
I
younger.
try to protect him for that, but he got older and then he dealt with anyway. But long story
Tell with
short,
different stuff.
this is what I do. Number one, you should, have it's your job to protect your property. It's your asset. You should have some relationship with the police department. All right, because they're the only people that are going to really make it go bye-bye. Okay, that's the only people that can do it. The only people. Let me tell you something. You could go up. Even when I thought I hung out with tough guys, you could beat somebody up. You can do whatever you want to them. Nobody cares. Putting them in jail, they care. They don't want to go to jail. So, but before you do that, okay,
But don't make it.
I
obvious you're
used to
doing
go
it.
around and tell them, listen, this place is hot. I've been contacted by the police. I'm just letting you know. Okay, don't say I didn't tell you.
Right.
And then you're their buddy.
Right.
Okay, they like you. That's why I made a lot of friends. And but you can't have it. All right, because it's going to bring around sooner or later. I had triple homicides in my properties.
And that's true. Could you
Dealers
imagine a
in
manager
Orlando.
coming to tell you, like, hey, the cops
it's really,
contacted
really
me?
bad. You can't have drug activity in your property. You got to get it pushed away somewhere else. If it's a tenant doing it, I don't care. You got to get rid of the tenant. You gotta. If a tenant is on drugs or selling drugs, you got to get him out of your property.
Right.
It's a cancer. It's going to destroy you. Something bad's going to happen sooner or later. You're just a fucking time bomb waiting to go off. So get rid of it, no matter what it takes. I don't care. Get a lawyer to do an eviction, whatever the case may be. Get the police to start driving around and make the place hot. And what do you want to do at Sebring, speaking of drug activity?
Ain't no drug activity in my building in Sebring. I think it's
Bullshit.
anyway.
I heard the old lady selling Demerol or some shit.
She's not. She's selling her arthritis pills. That's it. Anyway, listen.
Hey,
I'm
you
gonna
want to buy
sell it. You
Sebring?
guys want to
He's
buy
ready to sell
Sebring?
it.
Let me
He's ready to
know.
sell it.
I got it listed on the market right now for $299. I probably take $270, $265.
All right, get a hold
$270.
of us. What else?
But it's on the market for $299.
All right, shout
And
out
you come
Adrian.
talk to him. He'll be in Sebring
Oh yeah, on
on
Friday.
Friday, and he can show you the property when he's
That's
done
it.
racing.
And we might even do a little video of it.
There you go.
Adrian.
Thank you, Adrian, for the super chat. Thank you, and Rosito, thank you for the super chat. How do you stay organized with bookkeeping? Do you have someone manage everything?
Yeah, tell him who organizes you on bookkeeping, Dad, and who
We-
manages
All I
it.
know is Ben Jr.'s got a staff of about 10 people that
I
do
do
bookkeeping.
not. You're
Between
such
the
a fucking
hotels
liar.
and the retail,
You're such
we got
a
him
liar.
on site doing bookkeeping.
You're
We
such
got
a
him off
liar.
site doing bookkeeping. He's
such
doing bookkeeping.
liar.
Everybody's doing bookkeeping, and the books ain't still ain't kept their good.
He's such a liar. We got 4 people.
How
in
many
the
people on
office.
site at the hotels doing any kind of bookkeeping?
One.
Money coming in and out.
One.
Who's in Brenda's? Nobody.
No.
Nobody there. Keeps track. Who keeps track of the money coming in and out?
Claudine for 5 hotels.
All right. Anyway, the point is, we have a team. And,
I got staff of 5. I
He's
gotta do Excel.
overseeing the entire operation.
QuickBooks.
But we have a team of people doing it. As you grow, you need people to pay bills
yeah,
and
I
money
do know
coming in
Excel
and money
pretty
going out, and you got to keep track of it. But yes, we're always looking for new talent. I'll tell you that in that department.
Ain't that the truth?
All right.
Next super chat.
All right, shout out Gerard Carney. The business does about $3 million in revenue. I owe about $500K. I'm thinking of Airbnb, the 2 rental houses in Maine. I
Oh, it's the
live
same guy.
comfortably as is, but with the net worth of $750K, I think I can build this to something a lot more.
You should have just
can.
did a consult with Ben.
All right. You're making $3 million in revenue. What's your net? Okay. I don't know. You owe about $500,000. I mean, listen, you want to talk about your life. You got to get me on the phone so we can talk and I can ask you serious questions. But the point is this. Do whatever you feel is smart.
Yeah,
and
but this
makes
is a
sense.
follow-up to his other question. And so
I don't
that's why
remember the
I
other
know that's what I'm
question.
saying. You got to get on a consult with Ben, my
Listen,
friend.
If you're making $3 million in revenue, what's your net? Okay, you owe about $500,000. What are your expenses? Okay, you want to buy some Airbnbs? Airbnbs are great, but they got to make sure there's a demand. Okay, can you keep them full? And who's going to run them? Who's going to clean them? Who's going to book them? You're going to pay somebody else to do that, and then do the numbers make sense?
All right, I'm having a cigarette.
He's having a cigarette.
I mean,
Have a
'cause we've been
cigarette.
here for so long.
Here.
man. Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
Let's see
my
here.
boobs are bigger.
Okay. Melvin Rodriguez, thank you for super chat. Is Jerry Norton legit? I joined the 10K club,
Who the hell is
but I'm
Jerry
skeptical. He's
10K
a real
club?
estate. He's a real estate investor, I
What's
believe.
the
I've heard
10K
of him once before.
Norton? Listen, you know,
We don't know.
I don't know him or the organization. All I can tell you is you got to find out for yourself. But
I heard of
would
the Mile
not.
High Club.
I would not turn over no big giant fees to join a club unless I really knew I was going to benefit from being in that club, and I knew other people that were in the club, and could tell me some good positive things about it. So I don't know. You got to do your homework. It's like everything else in life. You know, you do your homework. You know, you're not going to marry a girl you didn't try out, right? What else?
All right. Shout out Jay Torres.
That's
Thank you
not
for
the
the
right
super
way to
chat.
say it.
Ben, I'm 23 years old, living with my parents, but I want to move out. Thinking of buying a 300K home and rent it out after the year is up. Thoughts on this?
I mean, you know, is it going to cash flow?
But why are you
Typically-
buying a house? Why don't you go buy a duplex?
There
Why
you
don't you go
go.
buy a
So I've been
triplex?
saying that already.
Why don't you do that?
I've been saying that for an hour.
Okay, Marilyn.
Listen, he's right and I'm right, and you need to be right. Okay? You're going to buy a house, you're going to rent it out, you might get lucky and break even. Big deal. You own a house, it ain't cash flowing. Where's it taking you in life? You're going to live in there for a year, you're going to have
Equity.
to foot the bill. Well, if the prices are going up and booming eventually, I
yeah,
don't
that's
know.
what
In
I
this
think
market,
he's-
right now is the worst time to buy a
Yeah, I
house.
wouldn't be buying
Mortgages at
nothing
an
right
all-time
now.
low. Prices are coming down. The home builders
Mortgage
stopping
at
to
all-time
build.
high.
Okay, so be very careful. Buy stuff that has income. Then the market doesn't matter because it's got money in and money out. Okay, and that don't change, especially if you fix your rate. But I would fix my rate right now.
You're right. The secondhand
But
smoke.
anyway,
My dad's gonna get mad. Watch this.
I ain't mad. I don't care.
That
What
whole
are you gonna do?
cigarette.
All right.
Putting out.
Shout out Z Trades. Ben, I live near you in Tampa. I was wondering if I could work for you for free.
For free.
For free, absolutely. We got a
Nothing's
hotel we
free.
need you to work at on the weekends.
Yeah, nothing's
Clean
free,
rooms, please.
believe
Come
me.
on over and we'll get
Listen,
you to clean
you
rooms
know-
right away.
Nothing's free, but you can, like you said, go apply to one of our hotels and go see Happy. See if there's a job in a hotel for you. Go to John's Pass. You got any at John's Pass? No.
No, not right now.
All right. Well,
But I
I'm
got
sorry.
a position open at
All
the
we got is
hotels for cleaning.
hotels.
We are hiring cleaners right now at the hotels because the season
You
is
get
about
paid
to
pretty
start.
good.
The season's
Go
about to
our
start.
Tampa hotels.
And so we're going to start hiring
and you ain't gotta work for
housekeepers.
free. And then maybe if you play your cards right, you tell Happy, hey, I want to learn the hotel business. And then maybe he'll give you behind the desk. Maybe he'll teach you something else. You know, we got food and beverage there. We got the rooms got to be turned. We got the booking and all that. Show us what his qualifications are. Show Happy and see if he wants to give you a job and work on the weekends.
Yeah, go drop by any one of
He
our
was happy to
hotels
hire
and give
on
a
weekends.
resume.
He needs people only on the weekends sometimes.
Yep.
So, you know, it's perfect. Maybe you can drive the van to the airport. I don't know what your qualifications are.
There's tons of jobs So go.
Don't
apply.
tell him I sent you because then I'll
No,
be
yeah,
responsible.
you're not gonna get the job.
He
done.
won't get the job anyway. He don't care who sends you. Happy's gonna make his own decision.
All right, shout out Lacona. Thank you for the super chat. Ben Jr. hard AF.
Hey, all right, next, come on. What else you got?
All right, Adam, thank you for the super
He
sticker.
said he was drunk earlier.
Appreciate
that
it.
same guy.
And then shout out Manny. Thank you for the super chat. Hey there, I'm in Canada and just rented my only property and clearing $18.80 a month
Very
profit
good.
from it. Should I try to buy it in the U.S.
If you're
or
close
stay
to
in
the
this
U.S., listen.
Can you come in the U.S. and buy it if you're a
Yeah,
Canadian citizen?
he can. He can. As long as he gets back across the border.
As long as he
fine.
get back across the border.
Yeah, they'll let you back and forth. Plenty of people do it. I deal with Canadians all the time buying real estate here and selling it. Listen, whatever you're doing, it sounds like you know what you're doing. Do it again. I don't care if it's in Canada. I don't care if it's in the U.S. I don't care if it's in Timbuktu. If you know you're going to make money, then do it. Go to Niagara Falls. On the U.S. side, it looks like a dump compared to Canada. Maybe there's some opportunity there. But whatever you can do, it doesn't matter where you do it, as long as you can do it and make money. Anything else?
Yeah, a couple more. Shout out Adrian. Thank you for super chat. What do you think about the real estate market in Houston, Texas? Have you ever looked into it?
We've been there how long ago? We haven't been there in how many years? You lived
10
there for 3 years.
It's like 10 years. We left in like
All right.
08, 09, 10,
So there you
something
go.
like
10.
that.
Yeah, we sold in 10.
10, right.
All right, so we ain't been there 12 years. I don't
I don't know.
But it's a tough town when we were there. And
I
there's a
know
lot
the
of stuff
building
on the
that just
market all the
we
time.
sold again.
Well,
It
it's
sold
a
for
time.
like 40, 50 a
You
door.
got to do your homework and find out if if you can hang in that area and if you can find something where the numbers make sense. Like I just told last guy, don't matter where you do stuff at, as long as you know you're going to make money. He spent 3 years in Houston and Stinkadina, and we were down at Clear Lake, and we were all over the place, and we made money. But we got the hell out. Find out. There was opportunity when we were there. Go back. Maybe there's opportunity again. Maybe there's some flooded properties there. I don't know.
All right, shout out Gerard Carney. Thank you again for the super chat. Thank you guys. Maybe I will consult if I can find a free second. I've been faithfully watching Ben for about 6 months now, and you have been an inspiration to growth this business for the future of my family. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad. That's why we're here.
Thank you.
And keep watching and, give me
And if you got time to watch this show for a half an hour, you got time to get on them on the phone.
He ain't got a free second. What else, Aaron? It's getting late. I'm
No,
hungry. I want my dinner.
a couple more. Shout out Maxim. Thank you for the super chat. Hello, Ben. Do you plan to take an interest in the Canadian market?
No. I can't buy real estate there because it doesn't qualify for 1031. I've been.
I want to go to Canada soon.
Canada's a beautiful place to go visit.
I heard
I've been in
Niagara Falls is
Toronto.
really nice.
It's a great place, and but I don't do business out of the country. I'm sorry, but if you can do it, do it.
Okay, shout out Harshal. Thank you for the super chat. Do your tenants pay property taxes in all of your properties? I have not seen you mention property taxes when you explain cash flows in your properties.
Depends on the type of property.
I mean, yeah, if it's a triple net asset, then the tenants pay the taxes themselves. If it's a true triple net,
Or they might be paying you and you pay the bill and split it up amongst
or
10
if
tenants.
it's a shopping center, then we pay the bill and then they reimburse us. It all depends on the lease, but most triple net assets
Every month you collect money
that are
most of the
single
tenants,
tenant,
right?
single
Every month
tenants
you
that-
collect most of the taxes of all tenants, right?
Yes, we collect the
Cam,
taxes.
baby. Cam. And then multifamily, you don't.
Yeah, you don't collect
Everything
it.
is on you.
But in Florida, because we had a law pass, if you have low income tax credit units and you have more than 70 of them, you no longer have to pay a real estate tax bill if the property is over 15 years.
That's the tax credit program.
Right,
properties.
which is a great deal because I mean that
They're called LITCH.
iTech
All right, but that's up there. We did it. We bought
Yeah, we did
properties
it.
knowing the taxes were going away.
and then
we
we were
said,
able to sell it for
"Hey."
more because the cash flow is higher.
There you go.
All right, shout out Ember Seatel. Thank you for super chat. What is the best way to protect your assets when you get sued?
Insurance. I mean, basically what we do is we have in every one of our assets in an individual LLC, and then we have insurance on that individual LLC. So when we get sued, there's no way of cross-contaminating, if you want to say, into your personal life or your other businesses. You don't have to worry about that because they're all protected under a limited liability
Insurance, like
company.
you said,
But you need to have
is the
insurance.
best way
is the best way to
to
protect your
protect yourself,
assets.
especially liability.
Right.
We get liability lawsuits all the time.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what
lately,
he does. He's constantly fighting with
constantly.
lawyers and insurance companies and arguing cases and doing depositions and
Constantly.
and all this shit. It's part of life. But
Right.
insurance is the best way. Whatever you feel you need to cover yourself from being sued on,
And then
whether it's physical, whether it's
anything. I mean,
liability.
you're gonna want to go around and identify problems that could possibly you get sued over, trip
Make sure you're
hazards,
insured.
things like that. Your insurance company will send out an inspector
But
once a
insurance will not
year.
protect you from doing something bad.
Yeah, if you commit fraud, and you will actually pierce the corporate veil if you commit fraud or do something
no
like
insurance
that.
for
There's
that.
no insurance for that.
All right, Aaron, keep it going.
All
What do you
right,
got?
shout out Mac. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, my mom is soon to get a $2.1 million insurance business. Should we get into real estate or acquire more insurance businesses or buy properties? Thank you.
I mean, listen, if she knows the insurance business and she's going to make money in the insurance business,
They make a lot
then
of
keep
money.
going in, because you know what's great about insurance? Once you sell somebody a policy, every goddamn year renews, and you ain't got to do shit but renew it, and you got that customer for 20 years sometimes or more. So if you can make money in insurance business, keep buying more. All right. If you can find a deal in real estate, then that's fine too. Maybe you'll own the building that the insurance office is in. I don't know. But whatever's going to make you money, if she's going to be able to make money on insurance business, open up more offices. If you can make money at it, look for good deals. Do both. If you can find a good deal in real estate and you can afford to buy it, then do it.
And one of our callers for the last call, one of our commenters said, cameras. He's 100% right. If you have cameras on your property,
Very good.
Because that
I mean,
eliminates
if
a lot
it's
of
that type
bullshit.
of insurance you worry
Right.
about, or lawsuit, then yeah, cameras
Then,
help because they
cameras
tell
are
the whole
great.
story.
That's true.
Okay, shout out JetBlue Likeful. Thank you for the super chat. Also, shout out Cyber Chaos. Thank you for the super chat.
Cyber
And
chaos.
shout out Josh G. Thank you for the super chat. How do you feel about EV charging stations on your property?
I just paid a shitload of money and installed them in every one of our properties. So
there you have
go.
it.
There's
It's
your
the new
answer.
thing. It's the future. And what it's going to do is, hopefully, it's going to draw more customers
Right.
for our tenants,
Well, I'm
and our
not paying
tenants
for
will
that
want
one.
to stay there.
Right.
We don't own multifamily anymore, so we're doing our shopping centers, and we did it in our tourist place in
Hotels.
Johns Pass,
And our hotels.
and our hotels have them.
And the
Because
benefit,
the guests will
right.
like them, they'll stay there,
Right.
they'll come there, and
For us, it really wasn't about making the money. It was more about adding an
Improving the
amenity
asset.
to our hotel.
Right.
So now we have people. We're on the Tesla station, so we're on the supercharger. We're on the map, whatever. And so now people will search for hotels, and they'll put us on that because it has a Tesla charging
it's showing
station.
on all the websites,
And
that we
it
have
shows like on Marriott. When you go on Marriott, you can select what amenity do you want. You want Tesla charging?
There you go.
Only show hotels with Tesla or electric charging.
We're doing it. It's good for business.
All right, shout out Gerard Carney. Thank you again for the super chat.
Go eat.
Go eat your, yeah.
Go
you
ahead.
got it.
No. Go ahead.
All right.
I read.
Go eat your dinner before you hurt someone. I look forward to chat that I will make time for.
All
the
right.
same guy.
Go
Thank you.
benmallah.com.
Thank you,
Consult with
thank
Ben.
you.
I'm free. Get me on the phone.
And right now, it looks like that's the last super
All
chat.
right,
Look
folks.
at that.
Thank you, Ben, for being
Oh,
here
go
tonight.
eat your dinner. That was a good one. Thank
And
you.
Adios, amigos.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye.